Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to Friday Night Lights at Rabobank Stadium for this Central Coast Section football battle between the Vikings of North Salinas High School and the Trojans of Alisal. We'd like to welcome all the North Salinas High School alumni to tonight's game. I'm Steve Enos alongside Sam Foster and Dennis Stacy, your announcers for tonight's contest.
So the announcers just set up on the mic and they're about to introduce the quick representatives and our here coming up.
Both high schools have signed a sportsmanship contract for this 2017 season with their California Interscholastic Federation. Sportsmanship is defined as taking a loss or defeat without complaint or handling a victory without gloating. Most importantly, it means treating opponents with fairness, courtesy, and respect. In the Salinas Union High School District, we abide by the 6 pillars of character, and we strive to pursue victory with honor. The 6 pillars of character include trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. Our coaches and student athletes will respect the integrity and judgment of our officials. Fans, we expect you to do the same. Cheer positively for your team and acknowledge special players for both sides. We welcome you to tonight's Friday Night Lights.
Gotta keep it civil, I guess, is the order of the day. Keep it civil, right?
Yeah. You know, I notice this a lot in our district. I feel like our district does a pretty good job of being,
your captains at midfield.
And the teams as well, I feel like they really respect each other enough to be civil.
Number 2, Noah Rodriguez.
When they do lose, they don't glow up about it.
Number 4,
I really respect that about our district. So.
Yeah, no, it is a good thing. It's a good vibe when you come out to the stadium, when you come out to all the banks, especially. You know, there's a nice back and forth, but everyone knows that they're here to have fun and here to be competitive and play clean games.
Show respect to each other.
Show respect to each other. That's a cool thing about kind of your generation. Is like you guys grew up with a lot of like peace building stuff and doing those oaths in the morning and stuff, and so you guys kind of understand the importance of that stuff.
Yeah.
So Alisal's still out here running through some of their formations.
The Vikings will run the toss and they'll accept to receive in the south end zone.
So North Salinas has won the coin toss.
Ladies and gentlemen, officials for today's game have been provided by Peninsula Sports Incorporated. You can call 375-3301 to become an official for football, volleyball, water polo, and field hockey during the fall.
Some of the
officials
previews
are always in need.
for the game.
And it's a great way to supplement your income and giving something back to your community.
0-3. They've lost 3 straight.
We'd like to thank Dr. Bert Tardu.
Kind of a crummy way to start the season for my Trojans.
Covering the JV and varsity contest tonight.
They were
also thanking
they were down 17 in their last game, and they lost in the last second. So it's pretty heartbreaking coming in here.
Mr. Mark
I feel it's a new game though, so I'm sure they're pumped about it. They're redeeming themselves. So I think their spirits are pretty good, just as much as North High.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a really spirited Alisal crowd out there, and they always do come with this spirit. That's one of the traditions that I love about going to that
high school band.
Yeah.
The North Salinas High School band is coming out to the field, so maybe we can check them out for a couple of minutes. Yeah, hopefully. Love seeing the bands out here We didn't have a lot of bands when I was going to high school.
And gentlemen,
it wasn't a big music program. So it's cool that you guys have bands.
Yeah, we have a lot of a band is pretty big in all the
marching band under the direction
now we're going to have
Brian Parker.
The national anthem, it looks like.
Ladies and gentlemen, your North Salinas Viking Marching Band.
All right. North Salinas High School Marching Band sounding crisp and clean tonight.
Alisal cheerleaders as well. You can hear them across the stadium.
Yeah.
As always. North High student section is a little bit quiet, but it's still early on.
Still early in the game, yeah. We'll see what we get going on. There's got to be some back and forth, I would think.
Yeah.
And so now, getting back to some of the preview of the game, obviously we just talked about Alisal just losing a heartbreaker to Salinas last week. They wound up losing 24-17, and I just can't imagine, playing your heart out, having a 17-point lead, and then just losing in the final seconds. They lost with 30 seconds, less than a minute left on the clock.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I mean, it's playing softball, and right when those minutes are going, you feel the pressure too. So I can only imagine how devastated they can be from losing that game and being so close, and literally slipping through their hands.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, like we said, North Salinas coming in. They are 1-1 currently in their preseason, their pre-league season. And they got a win over Mountain View 2 weeks ago. That was
set to kick off for the Trojans.
They're coming in here and they're pumped, and we're about ready to kick off. This will be our first game of the MCAET TV football season, and here we go. North Salinas gets the ball over at the 13-yard line, and they are coming up to about the 30-yard, just
Rodriguez with the
30-yard line.
Kickoff.
That is number 2. Sounds like Rodriguez with the return there. So North Salinas is going to have some pretty good field position to start off the game. That was Noah Rodriguez
where the Vikings will start
with the opening kickoff reception. So, and already we have a football player down. We have a football player down. We have a football player down right now on the field, and trying to get a closer look. You can't see who that is. And that looks like it could be number 30. Is it 34? If it's number 34, that's Emilio Carrasco, senior for Alisal. Players on the Alisal side have taken a knee, and he is being tended to. I see Alisal Athletic Director Jose Gil, amongst others out there, taking a look at the player. Emma, first kickoff of our season, and it starts off with an injury. Is that a good sign?
I don't know. It might be the universe saying something here.
Let's hope not. Let's hope Carrasco gets back up. Looks like we've got a couple of players coming from the sideline and may help him up. Couldn't tell he's favoring his leg, that's for sure. Yeah. Looks like he's bouncing, trying not to put weight on his left leg. So,
ladies and gentlemen, how about a big hand for number 34, Emilio Carrasco.
So that was Emilio Carrasco. So immediately, Alisal looks like they're down for a player, at least for a couple of plays. And here we go, folks. We are live here at Rabobank Stadium for North Salinas Alisal High School. And North Salinas has the ball just at the 31-yard line. That's number 3, Timothy Hunter. He gets it around the edge.
Timothy Hunter on the
he got about maybe about 5 yards on that one, man. So that's pretty good position.
5-yard gain on the play. Yeah. Second down and 5.
Going back to the injury earlier, I really want to condemn both sides on showing great respect for a teammate being injured.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially from the student side too, and just the respect out here is really great.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 4, Anthony Aguilar will take the snap in the shotgun. He looks over to his right, and that is number 21. It's a handoff over to Nick Medina, and Medina gets around the edge, and he goes up for at least a good 7 yards. He takes it out to the 42. So North Salinas opening up the game with the running attack and seeing some success there, Emma.
Before Medina gained 7 yards and a Vikings first down.
The Vikings at a first down at the 42. And so on their opening drive, 2 plays already with 11 yards. So Vikings come out pumped.
Which has to be expected from coming off a good win 2 weeks ago and being fresh.
Yeah, absolutely. Aguilar gets back into the shotgun. Still pretty quiet here in the stadium, don't you think?
Yeah, I'd expect more hype for this game, especially because it is, a local rivalry.
Yeah.
So,
flying over the 50-yard line.
It's still the first quarter, so I'm sure it'll get more intense.
They got some time. That was number 3, Timothy
Hunter. Brought down by Anthony Estrada.
He picked it up. I want to say at least 10 yards there. Brings it into
about 12 yards on the
territory.
Play. First down.
And that is a first down at the 47-yard line. And North Salinas is they're exploiting the Alisal defense here. It looks like they've noticed a weakness here, Emma.
Yeah.
You guys are going to go quiet for a second.
Timothy Hunter.
Okay, Timothy Hunter with a big gain. That takes it from about the 47.
35-yard gain.
They're calling a 35-yard gain over to the Alisal 17-yard line. And
finally dragged down by
4 plays into the game, and they've gained at least 60 yards there. So
yeah, they're doing pretty great so far, so early in the game.
Yeah, I would say so. And that was a botched play. Aguilar missed the snap. It was a low snap, and he gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So
Aguilar handles the low snap.
A little break there.
And brought down for a 2-yard loss. Second down and 12.
North Salinas at about the 19-yard line. Emma, first time covering a game today, right?
Yeah.
Getting all the cobwebs out there. How's this feeling for you?
It's feeling great. It's a little chilly here. But, that's what it's like being under the Friday night football lights. So.
That's right. You come to football games on the regular for the Cowboys?
Yeah, I actually do. Taking pictures and, broadcasting it for Cowboy TV and stuff.
All right.
So.
And it looks like Alisal has recovered a fumble.
Ruled an incomplete
pass. Alisal almost caught a break there. Not sure what happened. It looked like Aguilar had gotten another botched snap and then hit the floor, but the referees ruled it a pass. So tough break for the Trojans there. Looks like they could have had a shot there. Friday Night Lights definitely in effect here at Rabobank Stadium out here watching this North High Alisal Trojans crosstown rivalry game jumping off. And here with Emma Garcia, representing MCAET TV. And we're just trying to stay warm, folks. We're just trying to stay warm and keep you all entertained. Aguilar gets back to the shotgun, takes a snap. He goes to his right, throws it up, and that goes wide over the head of his receiver for Nick Medina, running back senior for North Salinas. So that'll bring 4th down and 12. And, you know, Emma, depending on what the Vikings do here, if they do try to go for it, then we'll have to wait and see. But Alisal, they look like they were on their heels there, but they can prevent them from getting a score here, getting a 1st down. They might have something to celebrate here.
Yeah, it's still early on, so I think it's anybody's game still so far. I mean, the score is 0-0 still, so
absolutely,
I mean, it's anyone's game at this point still, folks.
Absolutely. Aguilar takes a snap, drops back, fires it up the middle to no one, and so that is a turnover on downs. Pretty good job for the Trojans there, Emma.
1st and 10.
As they're coming in, they look pretty pumped and ready.
Yeah,
ready, especially because now it's their ball.
Yeah, so defense goes to the sideline. They have something to celebrate there. I mean, they were definitely on their heels. The Vikings were driving on them, and they got the big stop there. I'm surprised that North Salinas didn't go for a field goal. I'm not sure what their special team situation is, but right now under center we have Andrew Marquez for Alisal High School. He gets under center to take the snap. And he hands it off. It looks like a trap on the inside to his running back, and I can't see the number at the moment.
Thomas Martinez with the carry right up the gut.
Thomas Martinez, according to the announcer.
Xavier Barragon
gained about 3 yards there. So, you know, just kind of a slow start there for Alisal. First play.
7.
Not a whole lot gaining there, Emma, but
it's moving. It'll get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Marquez takes a snap. Another handoff right up the middle, and Alisal is looking to get the power run game going, and it looked like a fumble on the play. And Marquez managed to go ahead and pick that up, and they actually got some positive yardage on that. So Alisal getting some breaks going. That was a fumble. That was clearly a fumble, and Marquez was able to land on it and get a couple extra yards.
Here, Alisal's cheerleaders all the way across the field here. North High is still a little quiet. Probably not cold yet, but I'm sure when it starts to get colder, they'll start to pump up a little more.
Yeah, they need to start pumping up, and if they want to keep warm for the night.
Yeah.
Martinez carries over the right side.
That was Martinez, Thomas Martinez on the run, and he gained
about 7 yards
for the 1st down. So Alisal, now they are the ones moving here, Emma.
Oh, nice.
Edwin Padilla with the tackle for the Vikings.
Looks like they're huddling right here.
Yeah, coming out of the huddle.
Looking pretty motivated.
Oh, and it looks like we have a penalty right there.
Penalty, but flag.
We're going to take a quick break here, folks. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes.
Dead ball.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Just get back on.
Gabriel Rangel with the option over the right side.
Are we back?
Hold down by Joseph.
Run.
After a 21-yard run and a Trojan 1st down.
All right, Emma, we're back.
Yeah, we're back. A little technical difficulty, but I mean we got it under control.
Yeah, we know it. We know what we're doing over here at MCAET TV. And Alisal looks like they know what they're doing out there on the field as they drive it over to the North Salinas. Looks like they're at the 35. And Gabriel Rangel just had a huge gain right there on that last play, Emma. And that is a run by Martinez. Didn't get a whole lot on that one.
By Jimmy Mongo.
So as we moved, so now we're kind of in the corner of the stadium here. Still got a nice view. That's the cool thing about the stadium, Emma, is there's no bad views.
Yeah,
right?
that is true. There is no bad view, whether you're on the field, in the blood no seats, or just anywhere on the stadium. It's you have a great view. Anyway. Yeah. It's pretty clear today too. There's a little bit of an overcast, but as it is right here on the field, it's pretty clear, nice and cool. Not chilly quite yet, but it's cool.
We're good. And that was Marquez trying to throw out to his receiver out into the left-hand corner there near the 5-yard line, but was unable to attempt to miss them by about 5 feet up in the air, about 5 feet too high over his head, Emma.
Yeah, and it looks like Alisal just came out of their huddle too when they're about to get ready.
Yeah, they come up to the line of scrimmage. Marquez takes the snap from center, and this is number 5, Thomas Martinez. He's been running pretty strong here on this drive, and he takes it about a good 4 yards. We have a flag on the play, Emma. Looks like penalties to kind of slow up the game. Huh?
Yeah, penalties are always great. Just got a couple more seconds.
Yeah. Because, like we're definitely want to stay here as long as possible, right?
Exactly.
In this
cold. It's not cold or anything. They know it. They love the cold too, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure of it. So that was a penalty. It looks like holding on Alisal. That'll probably be about a 10-yarder, and that's going to take them about the 43-yard line. Up to the 44-yard line. Okay. So Alisal. Third down now, and what looks about 21. Scoreboard says about 19, but they got third and long here, and let's see what they can do. Marquez goes under center, and another penalty.
Fly on the play.
Penalties. We just love them, don't we?
Absolutely. I think we're going to have to make this a season-long thing, like I don't know. We have to come up with some sort of running joke every time we throw a penalty. But we can't do that because in high school football there are tons of penalties. So.
That is true.
Yeah. So.
What are your thoughts on this? I feel like North Salinas High's football team is a little smaller than the Alisal's team. What do you think?
Just judging size-wise from here, it looks like they're about evenly balanced.
Oh.
Can't say. You always want to kind of look at the guys in the trenches and on the line there, and it looks like Alisal does have some really beefy big guys there on the line as Marquez throws out, and it looks like that was a completed pass to number 34.
Anthony Blaine.
My eyesight's just failing me here in my old age, and I'm not going to lie. So.
Yeah, we know. You're not as youthful as you used to be.
Oh, thanks for the reminder.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the reminder. I always appreciate that.
No problem.
And Marquez did complete the pass, but there was another penalty, it looks like, on that play. And it looks like another holding penalty against the Trojans, and that's going to take them back into their own territory, probably around the 38-yard line is what we'll be looking at. So Alisal just shooting themselves in the foot during this drive. They had it up to about the North Salinas 33-yard line, and it looked like they were driving on them. It looked like they had a chance to maybe score there, Emma. Yeah.
I think they're still trying to shake that that bad game off still from Soledad.
The bad juju from the Soledad loss is kind of lingering there with that one.
Yeah,
you think?
But if they're going to want to win this game, though, they're sure going to have to get that out of their system. So.
Yeah, and they have done a good job with that stop previously, and now driving on North Salinas. So it's not like they don't have a chance in this game, just given the evidence. We're at 5:19 here in the first quarter. Alisal 3rd and 34. This is MCAET TV, Rabobank Stadium. Alisal versus North Salinas. Trojans quarterback Nick Marquez goes under center. Andrew Marquez, goes under center, took a snap. And it is a handoff right up the middle. He gained maybe about 4 yards there. So they weren't really trying to do anything there. And it looked like they were just kind of content with getting out of there and cutting the ball.
Yeah, it looked like that too.
How is Nachos doing over there? Is there any work to this?
No, not really. They're kind of just sitting on the sideline. Just still in the cold, just like we are.
Yeah, and for you that don't know, we got Emma here very kind to buy us some nachos here before the game, and I told her, you better eat those fast because it's going to get cold out. That cheese is going to get cold really fast.
You were right. Your wisdom finally came
in handy. See, all these years of experience. I know
all these football games you've been to?
Yeah. I know my stadium food, Emma. Let me just tell you.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, so the Trojans do punt the ball on 4th down, and the Vikings goes out of bounds. The Vikings will start off this drive at the 38-yard line. 4:37 left here in the first quarter. Nothing. And the Vikings will go ahead and start their drive. This is their second possession of the game, and handoff. That's going to go around the edge, and that was a pretty big hit there, Emma.
That looks like number 21.
Yeah, that was
took a pretty big hit from high.
Number 21, Nick Medina, taking one. Looked like took that one right in the ribs.
Yeah, you can hear the snap on that one there. From up here.
Yeah, it's cold here, so that didn't feel too good.
Yeah.
So that was a nice 7-yard gain for Medina, and that will take the ball out to the North Salinas 45, it looks like. So North Salinas looking to get a drive going, and still no action on the North Salinas sidelines here in their crowd.
Yeah, they're pretty quiet, and especially for them, they have some pretty good school spirit, I would say, usually, especially during Jamboree time, I would say. But they're pretty quiet. I can hear Alisal again, and some Trojans going at it like always.
Yep, so. That's what we do. And that was Omar Sandoval who took the handoff there. Got about another, maybe a yard. That'll take the ball out to the 45 and give the Vikings a 3rd and 3 with just under 3 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. And takes the snap. And that is a pass. That gets bobbled. He had an open receiver. Aguilar had an open receiver. That looked like it was number 30, Omar Sandoval, fullback, and he just couldn't come up with it, Emma.
Yeah, it literally slipped right through his hand.
Yeah. The throw was a little bit high, I will say that, but that was a catchable pass. And that would have been a first down. Yeah, absolutely. And so now Alisal gets another turnover on downs, and this defense is coming up.
Oops, and number 5 kicks it.
And that is the punt, and that will go out. The Trojans call fire, and they're getting away from that. And the Trojans will recover the ball at about the 26-yard line with just over 3 minutes left here in the first quarter, Emma. And luckily, as we're going along, it's not getting as cold as I thought it was. We've been making jokes and comments about the cold all game here, but
just a little breeze, not too bad. It's pretty doable.
Yeah. So one of our MCAET TV one of my MCAET TV coworkers came up to me and said the heat wave's definitely over tonight. So I have to agree. Alisal takes the snap, and that looks like it is a handoff. Martinez takes the carry, and looks like he got about a good 3-4 yards on that. And, wow, they're going to give him a kind of a bad mark there, so they only gave him 2 yards. So that'll take him over to about the 28-yard line. Alisal has the ball.
2 yards, 2nd down at 8.
Winding down here in the last couple of minutes of the first quarter.
It looks like they're getting out of their huddle right there right now, Alisal.
Yep, Marquez gets under center. Takes the snap, and that is a pitch over to his halfback, number 8.
Ooh, number 7 from North High got him real good.
Ooh, Dorian Segovia with the carry, and sounds like he got stuck by Brian Sandoval.
Dorian Segovia,
number 7
runs the sweep
for North Salinas.
So behind the line of scrimmage.
I missed that stick. Was it a pretty good hit, Emma?
Actually, it was. He got him pretty quick.
Down at 10.
See, that's why I can't play football. That's why I'm not down for the hits. I like watching the sidelines. I like covering it, but not down to take anything to the ribs on a cold Friday night.
Yeah, but that, and you're too old probably to play, so.
There you go. If you're keeping count at home, folks, that's about 3 digs that she's made about my age, so I think we're going to keep that rolling. Marquez, he finds a wide open number 27. That is completion over to Gabriel Rangel, and he fumbles the ball. Rangel fumbles the ball. Caught him wide open at about the 35.
Sounds like North Highs are warming up and getting their student section pretty good. Not as loud as Alisal though, but it's getting there.
Yeah, so there is definitely a roar there as North Salinas did recover that fumble. Rangel had a completion, brought it out to about the 13-yard line. They were going to be in the red zone, and then it sounds like Elijah Washington for North Salinas recovered the fumble. Looked like Rangel just dropped it there. He took the tackle, then he dropped it. So North Salinas recovers at the 13-yard line. And you're right, there is lots of chatter and loud cheers from the North Salinas side for the first time all night.
Yeah, they're getting there. It's still pretty early, but as of right now, it seems like Alisal has the most school spirit right now.
Yeah, you need to keep track of that. That's going to be you keep score. Who's winning the cheering battle? And that looks like a tackle for a loss. That was number 56 for the Trojans, who get that big tackle for a loss. Nick Medina on the carry, number 56 for the Trojans. We're going to look him up here. That was Francisco Yanez, outside linebacker for the defensive lineman for the Trojans here. So that'll put the Vikings at just inside the 10-yard line. That'll be about 2nd and 12. We're inside the final minute of the first quarter here, and still no score. It's been a defensive battle in this cold night.
Doesn't look like they're the only ones battling though. So it looks like their cheerleaders are too. So they're finally getting rowdy, getting ready there.
Yeah.
So far, Alisal still keeping it strong. Your home school's doing pretty good.
You know, hey, we got pride in the East Side. That's what we say. We got pride with the East Side. Hey,
football teams nowhere without good pride.
Yeah. So that was incompletion on the pass for North Salinas. So they'll take it 3rd and 12. Again, about just short of the 10-yard line. The Vikings. And that is a pass. That is going nowhere. That is going to an invisible receiver on that one. It sounded like it was intended for Richie Reyes, but that just sailed right over his head to the sidelines. And North Salinas, they had a great opportunity there as far as recovering that fumble, that turnover, and unable to do anything. And it's pretty incredible here. That first drive, Emma, they drove it about 60 yards to the red zone and unable to score there. And since then, that's their second straight 3 and out. So Alisal High's defense woke up.
Yeah. Looks like still going to an invisible. So
no receiver there.
Yeah,
no receiver.
Still invisible there.
That was a pretty short punt there.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll hear enough from their coaches from it though.
Yeah, that was a very short punt there, absolutely. And Alisal gets tremendous field position. They're going to take it over to the 35. They're going to get it in the Vikings 35, which is really good field position. And if the Trojans can make something happen here, that would be ideal because they have North Salinas on their heels right now. And quarterback Andrew Marquez under center, he hands it off. And this is a nice run there by number 5, Thomas Martinez.
Nice clean roll too over one of the players of North High.
Absolutely. He put a good hit on the North Salinas player.
Yeah.
And Alisal going to try and get one last playoff here as the clock winds down on the first quarter. Medina calls in the play. They're rushing over to the line. Medina gets under center. It's about 2nd and 2 now. Medina with another handoff. That gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That looked like it was Martinez again, but I don't think he got any yardage there. As the first quarter ends, Emma, you completed your first quarter calling a football game, Emma. How's it feel?
Feels great.
That's right.
It feels awesome, man. I really love being out here.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. They moved us over to the corner of the stadium, folks, but we're out here with MCAET TV for the end of the first quarter. It is nothing North Salinas. Alisal. The Trojans are going to get the ball 3rd and 3 at about the 28-yard line. And
yeah, it looks like North High cheerleaders are trying to get their student section going up, but it doesn't seem like it's really working quite yet.
No, still no.
Still pretty silent.
Yeah, still not a huge reaction. The only thing that they got was on that turnover and that fumble recovery here.
Yeah.
So are we just going to call it? Did the Trojans win that first quarter in the cheering?
I think you're a little biased there, but I mean,
you're the one keeping score, so
yeah, well, it's still pretty early on. But for the first quarter, I would say Alisal is winning, though.
All right, you heard that here first, folks. Alisal won the cheer-off here in the first quarter between Alisal and North Salinas. And the Trojans get the ball back at about the 29, looks like they're at the 28-yard line. And quarterback Marquez calling in the play. They are huddled up there at about the 38-yard line there. Center goes out to get the ball, and Marquez leads his troops out there. Third and about 3. And it's another handoff. It's another handoff to Martinez, and he is their workhorse. And it looks like he's going to be short, maybe about a yard short of the first down. Alisal going pretty bold here, Emma, and just deciding that they're going to go for it on fourth down.
It looks like their jitters are getting worn out now.
Yeah.
The second quarter, they're looking like they're warming up really well. So.
Oh, but they get jammed up. It depends on the spot, and it looks like they're going to come up short. They gave it again to their workhorse, Thomas Martinez, and it looks like he's going to be just short of the first down. So that was
at their 25-yard line.
Pretty bold strategy right there by the Trojans trying to get the short yardage, going for it on 4th and 1. Didn't come up short. Looks like they didn't quite come up with it. I can't tell if the judges are going to do a measurement. I don't think so. It looks like the defense is now switching out. So Alisal Trojans defense is coming out of here, Emma.
Yeah, at least they learned from that mistake though, right there. So hopefully they know it's not working now. So
yeah. Martinez has had some strong runs tonight. I will say that.
Yeah.
But just came up short here as North Salinas comes back, and they will have the ball at about the 25-yard line. So under center, and that was a handoff into just a pile of Trojans.
Yeah.
And
he kept it going, though. He kept it going even with a couple people on him still.
And it looked like the ball squared out, but the referees do call it down, and so
behind the line of scrimmage.
So that was Castro, sounds like. So he lost 2 yards on that one. So it'll be 2nd and 12 at about the 28-yard line, 23-yard line actually. I'm sorry. 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line. We are inside 11 minutes of the second quarter here. North Salinas, Alisal on MCAET TV. And Aguilar takes the snap from the shotgun, and he completes a pass. That was a nice little hit there, though, Emma, would you say?
Huh?
That was a nice little hit there.
Yeah, there was a good little tug of a hit there.
That was a completion of Richard Reyes, senior wide receiver. And that will give North Salinas, that was about a 10-yard gain, so that will give North Salinas 3rd down and about 2.
Hamish is saying give time markers. We're 3 minutes in, we're 4 minutes in, 3 minutes to the end of the game, 2-minute warning so they know where they're at, that kind of thing. And then he says, when you guys should introduce yourselves more as you're going. Hey, so this is so-and-so, blah, blah, blah.
All right, so we're getting instructions from our boss there, Hamish Taylor. So, Hamish, if you're watching at home, what's up? Thanks for watching, man.
How's it going?
That's right. This is Marcos Cabrera for MCAET, and watching the Alisal Trojans here with my partner, Emma Garcia. And, Emma, the Alisal Trojans just recovered a fumble there.
Yeah, it looks like that. I think it's anyone's game still, I think they have a pretty good shot at this.
Yeah, absolutely. We're at 10 minutes in the second quarter here. And, again, Marquez gets under center. Hands off once again to Martinez. Big Martinez.
Looks like number, is that 79? Right there?
I couldn't tell who got the hit there, but Martinez trying to take it up the gut, and he did take about 3 yards there. So nice little game there for Martinez. He's a big guy. He's a big guy. That running back is a big guy, and he's going out there, he's plowing, getting some yards.
Yeah, he is. Looks like They're getting ready for the play now.
Yep, absolutely. Marquez goes under center. Takes the snap and another handoff to fake the handoff to Martinez. That's a little pitch out on the end around to number 8, Dorian Segovia, and that was a first down, folks. That was a nice run.
It was. Segovia, number 8. Right there at the end too, he got dogpiled by a ton of Vikings right there though.
Yeah, that was worth it.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
Do it for the glory, right?
Yeah.
9-yard gain on the play.
So Segovia with the 9-yard gain. That'll give the Trojans the first down at about the 23-yard line. We're at 9:25 here in the second quarter, and the Trojans are driving. That is Marquez rather. He keeps the ball. Quarterback keeper takes it around the corner there, and he gets another nice gain there for the Trojans. That'll be second down and about 1. And the Trojans are in business here, and a 9-yard gain at about the 15-yard line for the Trojans.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting a good confident boost right there. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I'm not hearing so much from I can't tell if the Trojan side. It sounds like they've gone quiet.
Yeah, it sounds like both sides have gone quiet so far. So as of right now, no one's winning.
It's dead even in the cheer-off, folks, here in the second quarter.
Dead even on the field and on the cheer-off, so.
Trojans better pick it up, that's all I'm going to say.
Oh, there they go right there.
And it looks like we have a timeout on the field here, so now I hear those Trojans, cheerleaders doing their thing.
Oh yeah, they're overpowering North High right now, by far.
By far.
Yeah, by far.
We're at 9:09 here in the second quarter. Nothing is the score. Alisal Trojans are driving on the Vikings here, and they have taken the ball up to about the 14-yard line, and this game started off really like it looked like it was going to be in North High's favor, but the Trojans here
they're
really
up the fight. Yeah, they are. They're giving them a run for their money here. So it's still 0-0, and it's still looking at the competition here and how they're playing. It looks like it's anyone's game still.
Yeah. So that was Martinez here. He gets the ball again, and I don't know how many carries that is for Martinez, but he has had a serious workload there. And it looks like he had about at least 2 yards, so that should give him a first down. That's going to get him to, looks like, about the 12-yard line. So the Trojans will have first and 10 at the 12-yard line, just inside of 8 minutes here in the second quarter. Alisal is seriously threatening here, and that's another, oh no, it's a fake handoff over to Marquez.
Wow.
He keeps the ball, and he goes in for the score. Alisal.
Yeah, his team's going crazy right now, so is Alisal.
Absolutely. Marquez faked the handoff to Martinez.
That was a good play.
Yeah, absolutely. Kept it on the quarterback keeper. Looked like he found a little crease there around the right side and took it in for the score. And that is Alisal's first. That's the first score of the game period.
Yeah, so it's 0-6 right now.
6-0 with 8:35 left here in the second quarter, and it looks like Alisal is going to be going for the field goal, the extra point here. Number 27, Gabriel Rangel is going to attempt the point after, and we have a flag on the field. Hey, it's been a while since we had a penalty,
yeah,
right?
I mean, it was I would say a good 5 minutes.
At least. I think this is the first. It's got to be the first
record?
of the. Yeah, you're right.
Record breaking.
Yeah, so that was the first of this second quarter here, and that'll cost Alisal. Looks like it's going to cost Alisal. It's probably a false start. So that's going to push him back just a little bit here. And so Alisal comes back onto the field. And it looks like, no, I'm sorry, that was on North Salinas. Alisal gets the ball at the 1, and they're going to go ahead and go for the 2-point conversion here because they got the extra yard.
Yeah.
Handoff over to Martinez. He goes into a pile of defenders. The referees have not signaled yet if it's a score or not. It's a 2-point conversion. That is a 2-point conversion for the Trojans. Number 5.
Crazy right now.
Number 5, Thomas Martinez. He took that in, and he's a little slow to get up, but they're pulling him back up.
Yeah, it looks like Trojans are at 8 and Vikings are at 0 right now. North Salinas High is still having a really hard time getting their students actually, wild up and pumped. But also over here is having no problem at all. They're doing great over there right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it helps when your team scores, right?
Yeah, that is true. And twice, so within the second quarter, so.
So Alisal, who started off the game just getting looked like they were in severe trouble on defense, getting driven on by the Vikings, held up the Vikings, have managed to keep the Vikings off the scoreboard, and now they take the lead 8-0 in this crosstown rivalry, Emma. And now, Alisal's got to feel pretty pumped. Feel pretty confident.
I mean, they sure should be right now, especially going against number 5, a major rivalry for them. So, I mean, I think that's a total adrenaline rush for them right now. So, hopefully they keep it going. So. Give the Vikings a run for their money.
This is getting good, folks. We're at 8:35, and so the Trojans just scored. It is 8-0 here, 8:35 in the second quarter, and the kickoff goes out of bounds, and there goes another yellow flag there. So you win some, you lose some, I guess, huh?
Yeah, but it's football though, so.
It happens, right? It happens. High school football. Lots of penalties. Lots and lots and lots of penalties.
Too many.
Too many sometimes. Especially when you're trying to keep warm.
Yeah.
And get out of here.
That's not too bad right now. I mean, I've definitely dealt with worse. I mean, there's like a chilly breeze coming in, but...
That's the spirit, Emma. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's the spirit. Your generation. You guys are so chipper and upbeat and willing to just see the glass half full.
Yeah, that is sure. What year did you graduate again?
Let's talk about it as Aguilar. Incomplete pass over to number 9, Richard Reyes. Threw that one about 2 feet over his head, and Vikings will get a second down and 10 at about the 35-yard line here. Yeah, so I love how you're so quick to point out the age disparity here. I'm not that old, okay?
Are you sure about that?
No, I'm not. I'm not sure about that, to be honest with you. Vikings will get the ball at 35, second and 10. 8 minutes, 31 seconds on the clock. The snap. And it is...
Ooh, he's running good.
He's going right up the middle. That would look like it was a completion over to Reyes. He went right up the middle, and it looked like that was a little screen pass. Went right up the middle. He got about... he got it. Looks like they're marking it about the Trojans' 46-yard line. So that was a good 19-yard completion there. Good 19-yard gain by Reyes.
Looks like number 21 got him really well, too.
Yeah.
Previous to that, from Alisal.
From Alisal. So number 21, that would be Nick Medina with the hit. Aguilar hands it off, and that was broken. He goes back off the opposite direction, and he finds room. He found some room. That was number 21, Nick Medina. He found some room. Looked like he was going one direction there, Emma, and then he switched gears there.
Yeah, he's quick on his feet right there.
Yeah. So Medina gets about a good 7 yards. That'll take the Vikings over to the Alisal 39-yard line. So the Vikings showing some punch here.
Yeah, they just did their first huddle right now, so they must have some. They must be feeling the heat now, especially. Yeah. It might be cold, but there is sure some heat down there right now.
Yeah. So Aguilar goes back, takes the snap. He is looking for a receiver. He's looking for Reyes, and Reyes could not make the catch there. Just threading the sideline there, number 9 Reyes, and that will be third down. That will lead to a third down and 3 at about the 39-yard line. Aguilar is really going for it on that play.
Yeah, that's like the third time that North Salinas High has not made a complete pass either.
Yeah, yeah, that was. Aguilar is definitely having a hard time with the long completions to his receivers.
Yeah.
Maybe a matter of time before he connects on one of those, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Aguilar with another screen out to 21.
He's running.
And he's around the corner. He has room, folks, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. Nick Medina on the quick screen. And just like that, the Vikings are back in it. Just a little over a minute from the previous Alisal score, and the Vikings are back in at 7:26 on the scoreboard left in the second quarter here, Emma, and it is 8-6 Vikings getting on the board. Alisal still has the lead.
But I'm sure they're a little rattled up now, though.
Oh, yeah, so. Definitely. Because the Vikings just absolutely dominated on that possession. Went about 65 yards there in just a little over a minute's time there. And
looks like they made a field goal right there, too.
The extra point is good. The extra point is good, and that'll make it 8-7. Trojans still lead. Trojans taking advantage of that penalty to get that 2-point conversion, so that has given them the lead. They got to be a little rattled, like you just said.
Yeah, I would be, especially with losing against Soledad last week, right? So
that's all that loss still lingers.
Yeah.
My poor Trojans.
Yeah.
Oh, my poor Trojans. That's gonna kind of hover over the crowd and over the team for the duration of this game.
And the coaches too. So I'm sure they're getting grief about it right now.
Yeah. So
needing up their game.
We're at 7:26 left here in the second quarter, and in the first half, rather, the Trojans are holding on to an 8-7 lead. North Salinas just drove 65 yards on about 6 plays. To score their first touchdown of the game, which was a nice little screen pass that went to from quarterback Anthony Aguilar to running back Nick Medina. Found him over on the left side, and Medina really just went untouched past the Trojans' defense there, Emma.
Yeah. Again, here your Trojans are doing great with school spirit there. Vikings, they're kind of lacking there. So.
We might go 2-0. We might go 2-0 here.
Yeah.
North Salinas Kickoff gets the ball out to about 39, but there is a flag on the field. So we'll see where that spot on the ball is going to be.
But what's new, though?
What's new,
what's new, really?
A flag, nothing new. And it looks like
spot the ball at the 37-yard line, and that's
they'll spot the ball at the 37. So maybe they did take the flag off the field. Not sure. Didn't see a call from the refs on what that flag was about. So the Trojans will take the ball at the 37 with 7:24 left here in the second half, in the first half rather, and another flag. So it looked like that was Marquez on the quarterback keeper. Had a little room and maybe gained about 3 yards, but that looks like it's going to be some sort of a holding on the Trojans. So.
Yeah, that must be a hard take for them.
Yeah, so this is going to be about first and a potential 2nd and 7 is now going to turn to 1st and 15. So that was an illegal shift. First and 15 for the Trojans now on the 32-yard line. We're at just over 7 minutes here left in the first half, and Marquez under center.
Ooh.
Hands it off over to number 32, Francisco Rosales, and Rosales gains. He got a little more than I thought he got there. I mean, he got about 3 yards there. Looks like they gave him a pretty good mark there.
Yeah, he's gonna have a good bruise. Though. I can hear all those helmets going at each other, and
yeah, that was a pretty tough hit. There's some good sticking going on now as we get just inside the 6-minute point here in the second quarter. 8-7, Alisal with the lead here as we're getting inside 6 minutes of the first half. And Marquez under center for the Trojans. Takes a snap, drops back into the pocket, and he's got a couple of defenders on his tail, but a nice floater out to number 8. That is Dorian Segovia. Found him in the right flat, and Segovia, wow, that was pretty close call there for the Alisal quarterback there. Had a little bit of heat from those Viking defenders, and that is about a good 5-yard gain there. That'll give the Trojans 3rd and about 7 on the 40-yard line. Marquez under center, waiting for the snap.
Yeah, right now both sides are pretty dead as of school spirit right now. So.
And the handoff looks like it went back over to Thomas Martinez.
Barrels it up the middle.
No, let me rephrase that. That was over to Gonzalez for the Trojans, and he only got maybe about 4 yards on that. So that'll give the Trojans 4th and about 3 on their own 44-yard line, just inside their own 44-yard line, and that'll lead the punt team out.
Short of a first down.
Yeah, it looks like Alisal just got their spirit back going.
Yeah, just as they're going to have to punt the ball away, but hopefully they'll keep some of that spirit going for the defense when they take the field right now.
Yeah, but North High over here they're really suffering.
You better be careful. You're going to be running into North High folks out in the street, and they're going to be like,
fine.
Hey, I heard you talking about us and our spirit.
Then they messed up, and they got to up it up then.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
If you don't like the call, then, do something about it, right?
Yeah.
And so the Trojans do punt off the ball, and North Salinas goes out of bounds. North Salinas will get the ball at about the 35-yard line. We're at 5 minutes, 38 seconds here in the second quarter. And the Trojans are holding on to a very narrow 8-7 lead thanks to a 2-point conversion by running back Thomas Martinez for the Trojans. So North Salinas, they're coming off that really good drive earlier, Emma. Let's see what they can do here.
Yeah, we'll see we'll see what they do. I think they'll be good.
Aguilar steps back in the shotgun formation, hands it off. Looks like they're trying to attempt a flea flicker pass, but it gets broken up, and Medina,
he's out of bounds.
He takes the ball. Looks like he was trying to pass it, but just couldn't find anyone downfield open.
Yeah.
And so that got broken up. Did manage to get about 5 yards, though. Found some room, so that'll take it about to the 42-yard line for the Vikings. And that was about 6 yards there, folks. So that'll give them 2nd and 4. With about just under 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half here. And it looks like we have a timeout on the Vikings side.
Yeah, they're probably sweating it right now.
Yeah, so North Salinas finally getting that. They had that big drive on their first possession of the first half, and the opening possession of the game, rather, but couldn't convert anything. Got it to almost within the Trojans' red zone, but were unable to convert, and now they're looking to drive and get another score. Vikings may be able to, if they can get something going here, they can take a lead into the halftime.
Yeah, it looks like Trojans are really giving them a sweat right now. I don't think they were anticipating that, so.
Maybe, yeah, you might be right, because like we've been mentioning before, Alisal came in here after that really heartbreaking loss to Soledad. The CCS Division IV champion, Soledad Aztecs, had a 17-point lead there, and just gave it up there, gave up the lead lost the game in the last minute of the game. So Alisal is looking for some redemption with this game. That cannot be overstated.
Yeah, that is for sure. So maybe that 2 weeks that was off for North High is really not really benefiting them as much as we thought it was gonna.
Absolutely, as Aguilar fakes the snap or fakes the pitch and goes back inside, and that was a little trap there. Sandoval gets the handoff, and he takes it maybe a yard. Looks like he got about a yard on there. Alisal trying to hold tough here. They're going to have 3rd and 1 with we're coming up on the 5-minute mark here in the first half, and the Vikings come to the line of scrimmage. Aguilar back in the shotgun. He's waiting for the snap, takes a snap, and looks like it's a handoff in there to his fullback, and that is going to should be good enough for a first down. Handed off to his fullback Sandoval there. Looked like he got about 2 yards there, Emma.
Yeah, I'm finally hearing a little noise from North Salinas High over here. So
maybe they could squeak it out. Maybe they could squeak it out here and then take the second quarter from the Trojans. And it looks like that handoff was just short. So now the marker has it about 4th and maybe half a foot, about a foot to half a foot there left. And the Vikings are going to go for it. They are on their own 46-yard line with coming up on 4 minutes left to go in the first half. The Vikings are going to go for it. Aguilar goes under center for the snap. And it looked like a Trojan jumped before the snap, but they didn't call it.
That's a first, not a flag yet?
No flag. No flag on that. Wow. Hey, that's the new thing. And the Vikings do get the first down there. It looks like they're in business. So the Vikings get the first down, and they will get the ball first and 10 at about the 47-yard line, and the clock is ticking on this first half. 3:45 to go here. Aguilar back in shotgun formation, takes the snap, and he hands it off again, and that goes nowhere. It looked like that was a handoff over to number 3, Timothy Hunter. Looked like Hunter got the snap, got the handoff on that, but he got about 2 yards there.
Brought him down.
Yeah, the North Carolina tie right now is huddled for the third time through the first half. So.
Yeah, the Vikings are really trying to get something going here. They definitely want to take the lead into the halftime.
They dropped it there.
Yeah, Aguilar takes the shotgun snap and is unable to complete that screen there that has been previously successful for them on a couple of plays so far this first half. But Alisal, they sniffed that one out there, Emma. Alisal knew it was coming.
Yeah, like we said earlier, I feel like they're really, Alisal's really looking for redemption here in this game. So, and I mean, I don't blame them, especially for one of their biggest rivalries. You know, this would be the perfect game to get that redemption. So.
Absolutely. Aguilar back in the shotgun, 3rd and 8 at the 48-yard line. Drops the snap, and that is an incomplete pass. That was intended for wide receiver Jeff Robles. That is an incomplete pass, and that will give the Vikings 4th down and about 8. Nope. Yes, that will give the Vikings 4th down and about 8 at the 49-yard line, and the punt team is out for the Vikings, Emma. They just Alisal defense holds tight again. Alisal defense holds tight again. That's a pretty good going there for the Trojans.
Yeah.
And the punt is up. Back to receive it is Israel Corona, and the ball goes out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. The referees mark it at the 18. So the Trojans will get the ball with 2 minutes and 58 seconds left in the first half. The Trojans clinging to an 8-7 lead here with under 3 minutes to go in the first half. They'll get the ball at the 18-yard line. Alisal would definitely love to get a score here and maintain that lead. Even a field goal, even 3 points right here would definitely give the Trojans something to be hype about coming into the second half here, Emma.
Yeah, and it just seems like they want it a little bit more too. So.
You noticing that?
Yeah, I feel like I am because like I said earlier, I feel like the 2 weeks off for the Vikings is really killing them right now.
Yeah. The Vikings have been pretty slow to gain any momentum. Definitely on offense, it's been in fits and starts. The Vikings first drive of the game. Pretty strong, but then they got stopped, and then several, I'd say about three and outs, turnovers on downs, and then the Alisal has been able to hold them on defense. So we'll see what happens here with these final 3 minutes. We're at the 2:58 mark, and we have a stop and play on the field right now. Trojans desperate for a win. I don't think that's an overstatement to say that they're desperate for a win.
Yeah, no, they're totally wanting it, and it shows on the field too.
Yeah, absolutely. We're here for MCAET TV. Thank you to everyone that is out there in TV land watching us here on Friday. This is Friday Night Lights, MCAET TV. We will be broadcasting to you. We got 8 games on deck for the season here, Emma. So we're going to be doing a lot of football.
Yes, we are.
A lot of Friday Night Lights.
And some great food too.
Some great cold nachos.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're doing good. I think the mosquitoes are liking them, so are the flies. So I mean, helping our ecosystem. So.
The Trojans take the snap, and that is a handoff right up the middle. That goes to number 32, Francisco Rosales for the Trojans. He gets about 3 yards. Yeah. The mosquitoes definitely digging the snack bar nachos there.
Yeah, and as of right now, it still seems like your Trojans are winning. So I mean, if Northfly doesn't pick up their game, I think they're
that's not fake news, folks. My Trojans on the stands are bringing it. They're bringing it.
Yeah, they are. Definitely on the field and in the stands.
Marquez keeps the ball, and that'll take it about 3 yards. So we're looking at a 3rd and about 4 for the Trojans at the 24-yard line with a little over 2 minutes left to go here in the half. And so we're going to be looking at we're coming up on halftime here, and Emma, I think we're in dire need of a stretch for halftime.
Yeah.
Because these bleachers are pretty uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, maybe for you. I mean, yeah. I'm doing fine. I mean, I don't know about you though. So your youthful legs are able to withstand any of the tension from sitting this long. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
This is chewing me up here.
I can do a couple more hours real doing this.
It's just chewing me up here. The Trojans do get a first down, and Marquez gets under center at about the 29, hands it off. Nope, it's a fake handoff. Holds on to it, trying to get the option going, but he gets stopped by number 25 for the Vikings, Max Villalobos, with the stop at the line of scrimmage. And Marquez looked like he was trying to get the option going there for the Trojans, but just unable to get anything going there. So Alisal, 2nd and 10 at the 29 with 1:28 left on the clock. They'll take a timeout, Emma.
All right. So, I mean, from looking at this game, I feel like those huddles that Alisal is doing, it's really benefiting them right now.
Yeah,
they're really doing great teamwork, and for North High, maybe that's what they're missing is they need more huddles. It seems like every time they do a huddle, they're coming out stronger. But
yeah, North High is definitely trying to go with a little bit faster offense. That's a really good observation, Emma. You know, Coach Garrett Spence, I think he likes to keep the pace going, but it doesn't look like it's going to their benefit for this game, at least on offense.
Yeah, no, it's not, and it shows in the scoreboard too.
Yeah, Alisal, they're over on the sidelines with their coach, and it looks like they're getting back on the field. North High coming back to the field as well, near the right hash mark, and we are at 1:28 left here in the first half. Alisal up 8-7, 2nd and 10. Trojans have the ball at the 29-yard line, trying to get something going on this drive. They did get a first down on this possession, hoping to get a little more, hoping to get a little momentum. Even at this point, Emma, if they can just gain, get deep into North Salinas High territory, I think they take that just to get some momentum, because they will be getting the ball back in the second half.
Yeah. And also, there hasn't been a penalty yet. So, I mean, it's going great. The game is going. It's great out
here. We're moving.
So.
We're moving, folks. That's important.
Yeah, we're already at halftime almost, with 1:24 left.
And Marquez fakes the handoff to number 32 and goes ahead and takes it himself. And that looks like it was about a 10-yard gain for the first down. So Marquez showing some heart here. I gotta say, I really like what I'm seeing from Marquez, really going out there with these quarterback keepers and getting some nice yardage out there.
Yeah.
Marquez under center again, hands it off this time to number 32. That goes to Rosales. Rosales gets into the thick of it, and that'll take the ball out to about the Trojan 44-yard line with just over a minute left. 2nd and 6 for the Trojans as we go into the final seconds here of the first half. Marquez brings his team out from the huddle real quick, gets to the line of scrimmage under center, hands it off. That's an option out there to number 8. Pitches out to number 8, number 8, Dorian Segovia for the Trojans. And Segovia looks like he got enough for the first down. Yes, he did, and that'll bring the Trojans out just inside of North Salinas territory at about the 49-yard line with 42.4 seconds left in the first half here, Emma. And the Trojans are trying to get it going here.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, still. I don't feel like I don't even need to report it anymore.
Just keep calling it.
I mean, I feel bad for them. North High is not. Their student section is not going good.
Well, they will get going on that one as Marquez attempted to play action and just got pummeled in the pocket. Nowhere to go. He had 3 North Salinas Vikings right in his face, and he gets taken down at about the Trojans' 44-yard line. So that puts Alisal back in their own territory with 33.3 seconds left on the clock. And Alisal, they look like they had some momentum there, but that play action just North Salinas wasn't having it.
Yeah, again, Alisal's just really wanting it this game, and I feel like, you know, North Salinas High is not that 2 weeks off. But again, it's showing, and it's killing them right now.
Yeah, no, definitely Alisal. Just in the fact that they attempted that play action there, it looked like they were going to try something downfield. That just lets you know where their confidence is at, really.
Yeah.
That they're willing to make, go for the big play there with the seconds winding down here in the first half. So let's see what the Alisal coaches come up with here as the Trojans get back on the field, and their quarterback huddles them up at about the 36-yard line.
Yeah, especially with them being a new team too. They had to, rebuild their whole team this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Marquez under center takes the snap, and that is going to be a handoff over again to Rosales. And he gets about, I'd say he's got a good 6 yards there, but that's still going to give Alisal third down and about 14. With the seconds winding down here in the first half, they will call another timeout, and that may be their last timeout of the half.
Yeah, with
for the Trojans.
With 17 seconds to go. So.
Yeah, so Alisal potentially could pull off two plays here if they're able to get something to the sidelines, some sort of a pass to the sidelines. Obviously, the Vikings will be looking to prevent that, so look for some sort of a prevent defense from the Vikings. And if Alisal does aim to go up the middle there, they're going to have a really hard time. They have to pull off just a really quick play as the clock is winding down, because this is their last timeout of the first half.
Yeah, and it looks like right now the cheerleaders are getting ready for halftime too.
Yeah.
So we'll see how the dancing goes now.
Yeah.
So far, Alisal's winning. Vikings here are, it's 0 for them and 2 for Trojans right now.
We can call it. I think we can call it with 17 seconds left. The Trojans are winning the cheer off. The Trojan section is winning the cheer off 2-0 so far. So North Salinas High, anyone out in North Salinas High land who is watching this broadcast, hearing this broadcast, you might want to text or send out a tweet or get up on Snap or on the gram, whatever you got to do. Just get the word out to your Viking peeps that they're not bringing it. They're just not cutting it. Emma's calling them out.
Yeah, I am. You guys thought Salinas High was bad last year at Jamboree. You guys are up there.
There you go, folks. Showing that cowboy pride here, my partner Emma.
Yeah, our school sports is doing pretty good this year, though.
Yeah.
The senior class, we've been doing pretty well, actually.
No, actually, and props out to Salinas High Cowboys. My son Hunter, he just celebrated his 17th birthday yesterday. Shout out to my boy Hunter.
Happy late birthday.
Happy birthday, Hunter. I'm embarrassing him on live TV, but no, I just know how proud the cowboy tradition is.
Yeah.
Just being a cowboy parent, it's definitely something that is cool to be a part of. Although my heart bleeds green and white for the Trojans, I am a cowboy parent, so I can't front.
Yeah, but you know that the Cowboys are better, though. So.
Do I? I really?
Yeah, I think you do. Why else would you put your son there, though?
Oh, touche.
See?
There you go. you know what though? On the for real, is my wife is a Cowboy, so
okay.
That just lets you know who's the boss in the family. So shout out to Ginger, my wife. Marquez under center falls back, and there is a penalty. Couldn't go quietly into the second half, into the first half.
You couldn't end it without a penalty.
Yeah, absolutely. We were missing
15 seconds to go on the clock too.
Yeah, so we got to come up with a game for folks to play at home. If you're at home, you got to do something.
The most penalties in a quarter.
Yeah, something. We got to come up with that for next broadcast, Emma. We're going to come up with a penalty game.
We'll bet on it. We'll see who wins.
We'll see who wins. Yeah, we can. How many penalties will be in the game, and the winner will get, I don't know, probably a shout out from you on Instagram or something.
Yeah.
We'll go cheap here.
New school versus old school here.
Yeah. There we go. And Marquez takes a snap, and it looks like he tried to keep it himself as the clock winds down on the first half. gains about 1 yard on the play, and that looks like it will do it, folks. At halftime here at Rabobank Stadium in Salinas, California, Friday Night Lights, the Alisal Trojans have an 8-7 lead over the North Salinas Vikings. And, pretty good first half, pretty good defensive first half. A couple of good hits out there, Emma.
Yeah, there was, actually. There were some pretty good hard hits from both sides, I would say. I'm still seeing, especially, I'm really surprised and really surprised about how great of a teamwork that the Trojans are doing, especially with being a new team, rebuilding from last year, having to rebuild from last year,
Yeah.
They've been doing some really great teamwork, huddling. Those huddles are really paying off for them. So, if it works, it works.
Yeah, absolutely. Some highlights, at least on offense, Thomas Martinez, the running back, has definitely had a couple of strong gains out there. And, of course, quarterback Andrew Marquez, he scored about a 12-yard touchdown run on that keeper there early in the second quarter. Those are definitely the highlights for the Trojans. And on the North Salinas High side, although the offense has sputtered, they did get that one good drive there about halfway through the second quarter, and that of course was led highlighted by quarterback Anthony Aguilar's strike over to Nick Bedina, and that one went about 40+ yards for the touchdown. So definitely some good action on both sides, defensively especially. And what do you say? Let's see, what do we got coming up here? It looks like the North Salinas High Band is going to be coming up.
Yeah, it looks like someone might be hurt on the field right now.
Oh, yeah, we do have an injured player still, and it looks like it's a white jersey, so that would be a Trojan down. And so kind of a bummer because we did have a Trojan down.
Yeah.
Well, we had a Trojan down for the first play of the first half and a Trojan down for the last play of the last half.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't affect them, though. So hopefully it doesn't discourage them and keeps the heat going.
Yeah.
And it looks like the cheerleaders are taking a knee for him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. So, and the North High cheerleaders are the ones taking the knee, and the Trojan cheerleaders are actually cheering. So.
Yeah, they're on him. I mean.
Yeah, they're cheering for him, but that looks like it's number. Is that 85?
I can't.
Who has the bad eyesight now, huh?
Hey, I wear glasses though, so I mean.
Okay, that just looks bad. You're just making me feel bad.
See? Why are you picking on the young generation for? Just because your generation isn't as good as mine, you don't need to take it out on me.
There's no superiority complex between my generation and yours. Let me just tell you that. Although I think our rappers were better. I'll just.
You know what? I'll give you that. Your old school rappers were pretty good.
Oh God, they're old school now, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, aren't they on what is it? The Hippo? Isn't that the old station?
Oh.
The oldie station.
That was pretty good. Actually, that was a solid bird. That was a solid bird.
That was two for me now.
Am I listening to the Hippo? I don't know.
You probably do.
No, I don't think. I'm not ready for the Hippo. And shout out to the Hippo though. No disrespect to the Hippo. Shout out to the Hippo, most definitely. All right, so we're gonna take a couple of minutes and check out the cheerleaders. Y'all at home, sit back, relax. We'll be back. Give us a couple minutes, and we'll join up when we get closer to the second half.
Yeah, we'll be back in about 12 minutes.
Probably a little less than that.
Okay.
We'll do a little recap in a few minutes. So, but thank you all for watching for MCAET TV, and sit tight. We'll be back.
Stay tuned.
Salinas Viking Marching Band. Big
Cheerleader. Nice seeing you.
You too.
Catch you up to the game.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
And now, the continuation of your halftime entertainment, your North Salinas High School varsity cheerleader.
just ran up a fire stadium set to get to the cockpit. I'm a little out. How you doing? I'm still recovering from that chicken break. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty good. Coming back, getting into the second half here, Alisal is still holding on to that 8-7 lead. Trojans will get the ball back to open up the half. And so far, their offense, although they haven't shown it a whole lot on the scoreboard, their offense is looking has momentum. They're capable of being successful, capable of moving the ball. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up here for in the second half. Marquez, under center, has looked really good, holding on to the ball, and Henry Martinez. I haven't seen him air it out quite yet, but we will see. And he's going to pitch my right stick. I can't hear you well, so I'm going to try talking a little louder. Emma, so is it 2-0 Alisal in terms of the cheering? Can you get a part of that? So we're less than a minute away from when the kickoff starts to begin. As North Salinas goes into their pre-half warm-up.
Maybe we should start a battle on that.
But yeah, we're going to keep tabs on that. We're going to keep tabs on the intimidation factor here for both teams.
So far, I have to say they're doing
going off that indicates that the second half is about to begin, and Trojans are up 8-7 thanks to a touchdown run from their quarterback, Anthem, and then followed up by a 2-point conversion by running back Thomas Martinez. The Vikings, they managed to score on a screen pass from quarterback Aguilar, and that went over to running back Nick Medina for about a 40-point score. So we are getting ready for the second half here. What does that sound like?
It sounds like there's some people practicing on the side.
Wow.
Yeah, they're So we may have some
We're ready to ball here, folks. Second half is getting underway. Los Salinas preparing for the kickoff. Alisal will receive, and here we go. Here comes the kick, and it is a line drive that goes out to that right spot there. And that looks like it's number 12 for Alisal, Julian Renteria, getting the reception there. He takes it out to about the Alisal 35-yard line or something in marking it off. So 11:55 here to start off third quarter here. We're in the second half. Alisal up 8-7. I'm Marcus Cabrera, representing the KTV up here with my partner Emma.
Second half. First and 10.
Yeah, it's frozen. It's getting cold here. Yeah. Marquez under center. Takes the snap and he hands it off again. This time it goes out. That definitely went to that was over to number 8, Dorian Segovia. He gets it rather Francisco Rosales. Francisco Rosales for about 1 yard. We're up here in the stadium. So although all of you can say that it's pretty good, it is a little difficult to see some of the players' numbers when we're making the play. So do our best. Hand off over there from Marquez, and that goes to running back. Against Rosales, he goes into a pile of Vikings. I think that's a good 4-yard gain on that one. That'll bring up to 3rd and 5 at the 40-yard line. About 11 minutes to go here, just barely getting into the second half. So if you're just tuning in, folks, I apologize for that feedback there.
Sorry about that.
No worries. If you're just tuning in, Alisal does have a tight 8-7 lead here. And quarterback Marquez goes under center, and it looks like there was some movement on both lines, and it looks like there is encroachment on the Vikings. So that could be enough, just enough for a Trojan first down. We'll see where they mark it. We're just about 6 inches short of a Trojan first down. So that'll be 3rd and inches for the Alisal Trojans, and they will attempt to get the first down here, marked over at about the 49-yard line. So they are in Viking territory. They'll probably attempt something short here just to get that first down going. And it is another handoff to Rosales. And that looks like it is, he got stuffed there is what the announcer is saying. Rosales will get the Trojans. We'll see if he got enough for the Trojans to get a first down. And they marked them short. And actually marked them back about a yard there, just short of a yard there. So the Trojans will attempt, looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down and short. So this will be their second play in a row trying to go for it on short yardage.
Yeah, with 10 minutes on the clock right now. And was that a penalty?
No, it wasn't. I'm sorry, it was a penalty. Yes, it was a penalty that set this up. And a handoff to Rosales there following the penalty. And
right at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like the referees are going to mark it just at the 45-yard line. And it is enough for the first down, Emma.
Okay.
Wow. So you're right, yeah, definitely off of that penalty, that encroachment penalty helped out the Trojans there, although it took them a little longer than they would have liked. They would have liked to get that right away.
Yeah, with 2 injuries on their team going on during the game so far, I mean, they're doing great. You know, they're not letting that set them back at all. They're coming off fierce onto the field. Vikings, they're getting, it's a run for their money today. So
Marquez goes back, and he goes back into the pocket, and he has an open receiver. That is number 21, Israel Corona.
Marquez's pass is
number 21 did really well running the ball. He did take a good hit from, I think it looked like number 27 and 3.
That would have been Jimmy Monzo on the hit for the Vikings, but that catch and run by Israel Corona from Marquez, that is good enough for a first down. That'll give the Trojans the ball at the Vikings 39-yard line with 9 minutes 24 seconds on the clock. Marquez goes under center. takes the snap, and he hands it off, and it looks like, ooh, that is a nice run there.
Yeah.
That looks like it's by number 32, Francisco Rosales, and Rosales is making a name for himself on this drive, but it looks like there is
another penalty.
That's right. Our old friend. Hello, penalties, our old friend.
Kind of looks like a banana. A banana slug out there on the field from here.
A very mad banana.
Banana slug, yeah.
The referees are conversing on this. Can't tell. Look, they're pointing in the direction of the Vikings. So can't tell if that was a late hit or what.
Yeah, the Trojans are doing really well. It looks like they're in a huddle, really motivating each other right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got 9 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock going.
That was a personal foul there, Emma. So that's going to be a huge game for the Trojans. That's looking about 15 yards for Alisal. They're going to get great field position here. They're going to get the ball at the 17-yard line with 9 minutes and 15 seconds here to go. And Marquez is really leading the troops, like you said, taking them out of the huddle and getting them ready to go here.
Yeah.
He's gone to Rosales already a couple times on this possession. Let's see what he does here. Marquez under center takes a snap. And again, fakes it, handoff over to Rosales, keeps it himself, goes over to the left side, and he gets about 3 yards, maybe 4, depending on how they spot that, Emma.
Yeah, you know what, those huddles, I have to go back to those huddles. Those huddles are really benefiting them right now, using that teamwork, that team bonding, and it's just so impressive too to see that this team is pretty much starting over this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's super impressive.
Marquez gets back under center, prepares for the snap with the Trojans driving. Another handoff to Rosales, and Rosales takes it right up the middle. And, man, he got several tough yards there, but he kept his feet going, and he may be close to a first down. He does have a first down. That'll go first and goal. The Trojans will get the ball at the 6-yard line. Trojans are in business, and it looks like, are we hearing? I'm not hearing a whole lot from the Alisal side. Are you?
Yeah, it's going pretty silent right now.
Considering that they're driving, you would think that the spirit would be...
oh, wait.
There you go.
There you go. Right when we start saying it, it's like they have great timing.
Yeah, there you go. Marquez under center, prepares for the snap. Hands off. Hard run there by Rosales, and it looks like he got hit net at the line of scrimmage, but he may have propelled himself a couple of yards there. Yes, indeed, a dog pile there, Emma.
Yeah, and it looks like North Salinas High cheerleaders are trying to pump up their crowd once again. Yeah, they're trying their hardest right there. They're
trying their little hearts out.
Cheering their blood and tears out right there, trying to get their student section going.
Rosales gains about a yard there, so it'll be second and goal on the 4-yard line for the Trojans. Marquez under center, takes a snap, once again goes to his guy Rosales, who goes over the right-hand side, and he lays out, gets about another 2 to 3 yards. That'll be spotted at the 2-yard line, Emma, so the Trojans are knocking on the door here.
Yeah, they are. They're coming off ruthless here. They're doing great. The teamwork is going good. It looks like their communication's really paying off. I don't see too much communication coming from the Vikings, so maybe that's what's maybe setting them back in this game.
Yeah, Vikings need to pull it together here if they're going to stop this. 3rd and 2, over to Rosales. He pushes. He's at the goal line.
Andrew Marquez keeps the ball over the right side and scores.
Oh, that was Marquez. I'm sorry, Marquez. Marquez with the quarterback keeper, and he scores. He scores from 2 yards out, and that gives the Trojans a 14-7 lead with 6:53 left here in the 3rd quarter. Wow, I totally missed that. Emma. I thought that was a handoff over to Rosales, but it looked like it was a keeper by Marquez.
Hey, maybe it's getting that time for you to start retiring.
You know, I'm not even going to justify that or dignify that with a response. The snap is good. Is up to number 27, the kicker, Gabriel Rangel, and it is good. The extra point is good. The Trojans take a really strong 15-7 lead here with 6:53 left in the 3rd quarter. The Trojans do have the lead, Emma, and now you got to think that North Salinas is going to be gripping a little bit and getting a little panicked here.
11 plays, 65 yards in 5 minutes.
Yeah, right now we have about 6 minutes and 53 seconds going on the clock. Right now, both sets are pretty quiet. But you know, I don't want to jinx it because you know, your Alisal kids are doing really well over there. So.
You know, in a spirit off between Alisal and Salinas High, do I even have to ask who you got? Who you putting your money on?
I'm a Cowboy all the way through, so I'll have to put my money on the Cowboys because that is my home school. But you know, we did lose the Spirit Award so during the Jamboree, but
okay.
So I still have to give you props.
Does that one sting?
Huh?
Does that one sting? Is that one still? You still feeling that one?
Yeah, it does. Actually, we tried our hardest to win that Spirit Award, and so next year.
There's always next year, not for you.
Not for me, unfortunately.
That must have been tough going out senior year, losing that.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll get them. We beat them in football anyway, so I mean it's not like it matters anyway. So number 3 from North Salinas High going good.
And he almost broke a couple of tackles there, but he gets stopped over at the 33-yard line. That was number 3, Timothy Hunter. Hunter's been looking pretty solid all game, although his number hasn't been called quite that often. He has managed a couple of pretty strong runs throughout the game. We're at 6:46 here in the third quarter. The Trojans have a pretty solid 15-7 lead. North Salinas is going to be getting the ball for the first time here in the second half. Quarterback Anthony Aguilar breaks the huddle.
Yeah, it looks like that was like their 4th or 5th huddle. It really looks like this game is slipping through their hands. I mean, it looks like a vice versa
Aguilar
scenario.
Takes a snap. And he gets, just as you say that, he completes a nice pass. That was over the head of wide receiver Jeff Robles. Robles snatches out of midair, and he had enough blocking around him where he can gain about a good 17, 18 yards there. So that'll get the Vikings just inside Alisal territory. They're calling that an 18-yard completion to Robles. So North Salinas making a statement here on their very first play from scrimmage here in the second half. And we have quarterback Anthony Aguilar now in the shotgun formation, waiting for the snap, looking over to his receivers. Receiver in motion, that is number 3, Timothy Hunter. He is in motion. He gets out of the backfield, and he looks like he's going to go somewhere. From the 49, they're going to mark it down at inside the 30. That looks like it'll be at about the 28. So that is a good 19-yard run by Timothy Hunter, who just a second ago we were talking about him. Looking pretty good so far in the game, although his number hasn't been called quite that much. Looking pretty solid.
Yeah, he is looking pretty good out there. Right now on the clock, it's about 6 minutes to go, and
Aguilar takes the snap. And there's that screen again, back to number 8, Jeff Robles. And this one not quite as successful, but they still did get a bit of positive yards. Looks to be about 4 to 5 yards there. So that will be 2nd and 6 with 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. The Vikings are threatening now. The Vikings, they're not going quietly here, Emma.
Yeah, they're not. They're definitely giving the Vikings a fight for their money right here. They're doing pretty well, honestly. It looks like this game might be slipping, though, for the Vikings through their fingers.
And there goes Hunter again, number 3, takes it up the middle, but doesn't get a whole lot there. Ran into several Trojans there, and on that handoff, got about 2 yards there. So I'll give him about 3rd down and 3 yards with 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The Vikings are knocking on the door. They are almost in the red zone here. That's going to be about 3rd and 3 at the 21-yard line. Now we're getting under 5 minutes to go here. And this quarter is moving really fast, Emma. This quarter is moving really, really fast.
Surprisingly, there hasn't been as many penalties as there was as the previous half. So that's a good sign.
Aguilar takes the snap and goes around, and that is to Medina. He finds daylight.
He makes a touchdown.
That was a 21-yard run on a pitch, and there's a flag.
I jinxed it.
Just as we were saying that there were hardly any flags here, a flag does get thrown, but it looks like it was after the score, so we'll see. That isn't likely to affect the score. Medina finding plenty of room around the edge there and just hit that left sideline, Emma, and just with a nice burst ran it in 22 yards for the score. We'll see if it holds up. We got 4 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, right now I just got a message from the station right now, and they're saying that we're going to show you a slow mode version of that play real quick.
Yeah, so definitely want to go back and check out that slow-mo. That was a really nice run.
Yeah, that was a great run, honestly. He just went going. He zoomed through those Trojans too, and so it was a great run for him.
Yeah, and that would be Medina's second score of the game, and combined with that was about 20 yards. His previous run on the screen was 40-plus yards, so we're looking at 60-plus yards for Medina on scores alone. So referees still haven't made a determination here on what that flag is, and the flag's still on the floor. But definitely the Vikings score stands, and they will attempt the point after here. Oh, and so it looks like it was a dead ball personal foul on the Vikings and the Trojans after the touchdown. So those penalties will be offset, and there will be it will be like the penalty never happened, Emma.
Yeah, the banana slug.
The banana slug goes back into its holder. So we got for North Salinas squaring up to make the kick. For the extra point, that's number 12, Brandon Guzman. Snap is down, kick is up, and it's good. Right down the middle, and so Alisal had to have felt pretty strong with that lead to start off the first half, but the Vikings, they definitely answered back here.
Yeah, they did a really good comeback right now. The score is Vikings are 14 and Trojans are 15 it looks right now, so it's still anyone's game.
Absolutely.
So the Trojans really need to step up their game as well as the Vikings to see who it's at this point. It's really who really wants it at this point.
Yeah. So we saw some really good runs there from Timothy Hunter, and we set him up really nicely before that. And also Medina, man, he is having one heck of a game here. That run there around the edge, and then his catch on that screen earlier. That guy is definitely an athlete. The Trojans need to find an answer because when he's getting out in space, they're just not able to catch up with that guy. Yeah, absolutely. And you could tell once he gets that momentum, like he's just finding the space. Yeah. Yeah,
and it sounds like the Vikings too are really helping pump up their team now.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel the buzz.
I'm hearing them. I'm hearing the cheerleaders going, the crowd, the band going.
The band is definitely assisting them.
Yeah, they're pretty much doing a good job with them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think the Vikings may have this quarter so far.
Honestly,
after that.
So far, the Trojans have been a little quiet, but
yes, I'm kind of disappointed too because the Trojans did score earlier.
They were going strong.
Yeah,
so.
the Trojans did score this quarter and not showing so much response now. Got to be a little on edge.
Yeah. So, and just like this quarter, I mean, the Vikings are neck and neck with the Trojans, and so for their student section. So
yeah,
it's anyone's stuff. Anyone's game right now. So.
And so we got the kickoff. The Trojans do recover the ball at about the 22-yard line. He's got some room up the middle. Oh, and he gets tripped up at about the 36-yard line. Definitely inside the 35-yard line. The ball will be spotted at what looks to be the 39-yard line. So the Trojans will get really good field position, as they have been getting all game.
Yeah.
All game. That was Israel Corona again on the receiving the ball for the Trojans. Alisal will get the ball at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 with 4:27 here to go in the third quarter. Marcos Cabrera representing MCAET TV with my partner, Emma Garcia.
How's it going out there, folks?
Yeah, welcome. If you're just tuning in, the Trojans did score on the first possession of the second half to go up 15-7, and the Vikings responded right back with a touchdown of their own, 21-yard run by Medina to put them within 15-14 with under 4:30 to go here in the first quarter. And Marquez hands it off, and that looks like it was over to Rosales again. Rosales, who has been just eating up yards and eating up field here. He gets about a good 4 yards, and the Trojans just continue with that ground attack, Emma. Continue handing off the ball, continue just getting yard after yard.
Yeah, they're really wanting this, so, I mean, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
They're doing really well.
Yeah, whatever's working for you, right?
Yeah, and it's like I keep repeating this, and it's because it's so crucial. I mean, teamwork. I mean, playing sports. I've played basketball. I've ran. I've played softball, and I know the importance of good communication, and it looks like they're really having it.
Marquez with the handoff, and that goes out to number 21, Israel Corona, around the edge for not much gain there. That looked like it was an option there. And that was the one thing for the Trojan offense. They have not been able to get that option going. The option is when the quarterback, Emma, has the option to either run the ball himself or to pitch it over to the running back. So they're not getting that going today.
Yeah.
And Marquez breaks the huddle, goes back under center to get the snap. It is 3rd and 7 with 3:07 left here in the third quarter, and that is a handoff. That is going over to Rosales again, and that is good for about 4 yards, but that's going to be short of the first down, so the Trojan punt team will come out, and Alisal will not advance here on this possession.
Right now there's about 2 minutes and 40 seconds going on the clock, and right now the Vikings are at 14 and the Trojans are at 15. So
that's right. And, didn't see anything from Nick Martinez, their big running back there. I wonder what's going on. We saw a lot from Rosales, so we'll see.
That kick is not going to go through.
Let's see. The Vikings get the ball at about the 18-yard line and take it out to about the 21-yard line. It looks to be about the 21-yard line. We'll see where the referees spot the ball. Right at the 20-yard line. With 2 minutes and 19 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, the Vikings will prepare to get a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They trailed the Alisal Trojans 14-15 here in the third quarter. You're watching MCAET TV. We're here live at Rabobank Stadium in Salinas. Marcos Cabrera with Emma Garcia, and we're out here doing our thing, y'all.
Yeah, it's cold. It's chilly out here a little. Looks like there's partly cloudy right now. But, I mean, the environment's doing good. I mean, I can feel the crowd.
There's no rain.
Yeah, there you go.
There's no rain. Let's keep it positive, right? No lightning. No heat wave.
There you go.
And that was a handoff over to Timothy Hunter. There's Timothy Hunter's name getting called a little more and more here in the second half. That was good for a 4-yard run there. That'll bring the ball to the Vikings' 24-yard line with under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And we can feel a little bit of the wind chill now coming in here as we get ready to wrap up this quarter here. The Vikings break the huddle, and Anthony Aguilar in the shotgun formation, prepared to get the snap, calls it out, drops back, and he is looking for a receiver, and again, unable to connect. That one was out to his favorite receiver, Nick Medina, up to the right-hand sideline. Again,
down the right sideline.
Aguilar just unable to get those long passes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's that you waving at down there?
Yeah, it's my parents. They came to come and say hi. My brother Jacob. Hi, Jacob.
Hi, Jacob.
My mom Selena. So my dad Raymond. They're excited to see me doing my thing. So
I love it. Mom and Dad here.
Yeah,
showing love.
Take a picture. So yeah, one for the scrapbook.
All right. So Emma's gonna be taking a picture for Mom and Dad while I call the game here. Aguilar into the shotgun snap, and he goes out and he is looking for number 3, Timmy Hunter, and is just off of his fingers. That was a pass going for Hunter, and it was right into the left sideline, unable to connect on that pass. That would have been about a 15-yard completion, but that was off of Hunter's hands. And wow, good looking family there, Emma.
Yeah, I here to get my mom's jeans. So
Yeah, no, good looking your little brother. What's your little brother's name?
Jacob.
Shout out to little Jacob there.
Yeah, he's a cute little munchkin.
Yeah, how old is he?
He's 7. He just turned 7, yeah.
Oh, I got a 6-year-old at home, so they're fun at that age, I can tell you that.
Yeah, he's everything interesting, that's for sure.
And the Vikings will punt it off after making that incompletion. The Trojans received the ball, and that looks like it was Corona who got the reception there at midfield. About midfield, the Trojans will get the ball at about the 45-yard line in their own territory. Again, Alisal getting good field possession. Let's see if they're able to do anything with that.
Yeah, and there's about 1 minute and 19 seconds going for the third quarter, and right now it's the same score. Vikings at 14 and Trojans at 15. So
Marquez takes a snap, hands it off. This is a pitch.
Oh, he's going. He's
and
running.
That we
he's
have
running,
number 6. We have some action here. Nice. That is number 8. Dorian Segovia evading tacklers and leaping over tacklers to get at what looks to be about a 23-yard run there. Let's see.
That was a pretty good run.
Where they mark it there. So
Alisal for sure went crazy when he was running too. So
trying to get a mark on that play. Looks like I don't see a flag on the field, but the refs are in some sort of a huddle. But that looked like to be about a 23-yard run by Segovia, and that was a nice little pitch and end around there.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's coming back. I missed the banana slug.
I didn't see the banana slug either. So.
Yeah. So the banana slug is MIA, but the penalty nonetheless is going to stand, and that was a false start by the Alisal Trojans. So that nullifies a tremendous run there by Segovia that would have put the Trojans pretty good North Salinas Vikings territory.
Yeah.
Instead, they'll go for 1st and 15 at their own 40-yard line with about 1 minute left here in the third quarter. The third quarter is winding down here. Marquez goes under center, prepares for the snap, runner in motion.
Yeah.
Marquez back, and he gets hit.
Ooh.
He gets hit. The ball is in the air. The ball is in the air, folks. And it is North Salinas ball. The Vikings with a big hit.
Yeah, they're going crazy right now. The intersection is going crazy.
And that was number, it looked like it was number 75.
Yeah.
Steven Masterson for the Vikings. And they get deep in Alisal territory, out deep in Alisal Trojan territory as we were closing out, winding down the final seconds here.
Yeah, 48 seconds. We thought that we thought the Vikings were kind of slacking there, but it looks like they were really wanting it just as much as the Trojans. So, this is actually a pretty good rivalry game. So
yeah, and
no one knows who's winning at this point.
North Salinas is looking to take the lead here deep in Alisal Trojan territory. They get the ball at the 25-yard line with 48.8 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. 1st and 10. And that's Aguilar back in the snap and the shotgun formation. And we have, what do we have here? There is a flag.
Of course. Two so far this quarter.
Yep.
I mean, but there's no good end to a third quarter than, 2 penalties.
Yeah.
We want to be here all day.
Yeah, exactly. Just as the wind starts picking up.
Yeah, of course.
The wind is picking up here. That was, looked like it was a false start there for the Vikings. So they'll get it. They'll break up some of their momentum. It's 1st and 15 at their own 30 now with 48 seconds left on the clock. Aguilar back. Takes a snap from the shotgun, looking for a receiver, and Aguilar is just not able to find any of his receivers here as he throws it wide right. That was a pass that was intended for his guy, Nick Medina there, and Aguilar just struggling there in the pocket.
Yeah, he's struggling this whole game, really, with his throws.
Yeah, absolutely. Just not able to make a connection, and it comes back to that communication piece that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like their huddle, they just huddled and broke their huddle right now, so hopefully that helps out. But I'm sure he's getting a ton of grief from his coaches, though. So there will be some major talks in practice.
Aguilar gets the snap, pitches it back, and that is going to Medina. It looks like Medina unable to get out of the backfield. It looks like he lost about 3 or 4 yards at least on that, so that is going to be a pretty big loss, and the momentum is really slipping here for the Vikings on this drive, Emma. Looks like the Vikings will have third down and about 17 on the 32-yard line with 37 seconds left here in the quarter.
Yeah, and it looks like the Trojans are winning again with the Spirit. So
yeah, here come the Trojans.
They're going loud and proud.
Here come the Trojans on defense and in spirit. Aguilar takes a snap, shotgun, goes out to his right, looking for a receiver. He has Medina open on a little slant there, but just wide right, and Aguilar, I don't know if it's the wind, I don't know if it's just his just lack of rhythm with his receivers, Emma, but he is just everything's coming out of his hand, and it's just not hitting the target.
Yeah, it's not, and with 32 seconds to go, I mean,
The Vikings were poised there. They had a tremendous opportunity after the big hit, the turnover. Let it slip away from them, and they had first and 10 at the Trojans 25, and just now they're stuck at 4th and 17 at the 32.
Right now the score for the Vikings is 14 and the Trojans is 15, and the time on the clock remains at 32 seconds. So it's the third quarter, folks, and it's just depending on them right now who really wants it.
Yeah, and as big a mistake as Alisal made there in giving us the ball, you got to give them really huge props to that defense, because they are not letting, they're bending, but they're not breaking against these Vikings. The Vikings are driving, but they're not able to cash anything in with some of these drives here.
Yeah, I mean, especially it's remarkable how much confidence they have too. And I mean, from losing last week to Soledad, they're really coming out for a victory this week.
Yeah. No, that is a good point, because, tough loss last week against a really, really great opponent.
Yeah, and it hits you. I mean, I know how it is, and when you lose to an opponent, and it's hard to come back.
Aguilar takes a snap, avoids the defender. He has a receiver, and it's picked off. It's picked off by the Trojans.
And also, they're shooting
Aguilar.
Crazy.
Aguilar had a receiver. It looked like the receiver may have had a step, but I can't tell who that Trojan defender was. But just completely cut in front of the route and was able to pick that off pretty easily there.
Yeah, that was a really good one for him too. And
And what do we have on the play?
Probably a penalty or something. Something going on. It's football, folks.
The resignation in your voice there.
We love penalties.
We love penalties.
We love them. We love those banana slugs. 22 seconds remains on the clock, and again, the Vikings are at 14, and the Trojans are at 15.
In the third quarter here, and the Trojans will get the ball back, and it is a penalty against the Vikings. Looked like it was some sort of a unsportsmanlike penalty there, so that'll give the Trojans a 15-yard gift. They will get the ball at the 45-yard line, at the 35-yard line rather. The Trojans take over at the 35-yard line with 22 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and I gotta condemn them again.
Commend them.
There you go. Commend them. Yeah, really well about their huddling. It's really working for them right now.
Marquez keeps the ball out of fake handoff, and he gets around the edge, and he's got a good 7 yards there. Good 6-7 yards on that run, and Marquez just those long strides coming out of the backfield there, getting him some good yardage there, Emma.
Yeah, and the time is going down, and there's 1 second left, and time is out for the third quarter. So we're on to the fourth quarter, folks.
That is the Alisal Trojans holding on to a lead, a 15-14 lead over the Vikings here at Rabobank Stadium, Friday Night Lights. We're out here with MCAET TV. I am Marcos Cabrera with my partner, Emma Garcia.
How's it going, folks?
Yeah, welcome aboard. If you're just tuning in right now, the Trojans got a really solid lead here in the second half. came out of the second half with an 8-7 lead, promptly scored on their first possession, and really, looked really strong here in the early going of the second half. North Salinas responded right away.
Yeah, right now, and they're going to show the touchdowns too right now.
Okay, good. So we're going to take a look. We're going to take a look in a couple of moments here at the touchdowns. First, we had a score from the Alisal Trojans, and that was followed up by a touchdown run, really tremendous touchdown run by senior running back Nick Medina, who scampered about 21 yards. This is a really good game here, folks. Two crosstown rivals.
Yeah, it's neck and neck right now. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's a great game to be at right now.
We got to give props over to the Alisal Trojans quarterback Andrew Marquez, who did score that first touchdown of the second half, and he is leading his troops here in this game. We're seeing a really strong ground game from the Alisal Trojans here. Marquez and Francisco Rosales here in the second half have been taking up big chunks of yardage. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten a status report. We don't know what is happening with Thomas Martinez, who was a factor in the first half for the Trojans. It looks like he hasn't come out here for the second half, as Marquez hands off to Rosales again, and Rosales again with a couple of good yards there, a couple of good strong yards. So that'll give them third down and about two. Third down and about two. Ball will be at the. I'm sorry, that is. They have it marked as second down. No, it's third down and two. Third down and two. The ball is at the Trojan 42-yard line. Alisal trying to get something going here to start off the fourth quarter. It is 11:21 on the clock here in the fourth quarter, and the Trojans trying to hold on to this lead as Marquez gets under center, and the running back Corona in motion, but he hands off over to Rosales again, and that is not going to get it done.
Yeah, I heard the dog pile go on in too. I can hear it.
Lots of pops there from the Viking side, getting a lot of Viking helmets over there on Rosales. He did manage to get about a yard there, so they'll go fourth and short here.
Yeah.
And it looks like the Trojans are going to go for it. Really, really bold move here by the coaching staff. The Trojans did fail on a fourth and one attempt earlier, so we'll see how this works. Hand off over to Rosales again. He gets underneath, and he may have it.
Looks like they're pulling in a sub for. It looks like number 5 is coming in.
Yeah, and but more importantly, the Trojans did manage to get that first down. Rosales taking the handoff, goes underneath the defenders and gets a first down at the Alisal 46-yard line with 10:25 left to go here in the final quarter of this game between the Trojans and the Vikings. Vikings break huddle.
Yeah, with 10 minutes in, looks about 10 seconds going on the clock.
Marquez hands off again to Rosales. Nope, that's a quarterback keeper. Another of those sneaky quarterback keepers keep getting you. Marquez keeps it, and it looked like he got about a good 7 or 8 yards, but there is on the field a flag.
Right in the middle of the field.
And this is one of the drawbacks of high school football, unfortunately. And, these folks are just, these youngsters are just learning the game, trying to learn it clean. And so we do get a fair share of flags here. Looking like the 49ers, my 49ers squad, earlier this week, or last week in their first game. But that'll be on the Vikings. So the Trojans, on top of getting a strong run from Marquez, they will get a couple of additional yards on the 5-yard penalty against the Vikings. So that'll bring it out to the Vikings 40-yard line with 9 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock here in the game. Marquez under center, hands it off again to Rosales. Again, I'm a broken record here. Hand off to Rosales, and Rosales gets big yards there, Emma.
Yeah, this play looks like it's working for them, though. So
absolutely, going right up the middle. Right up the middle to Rosales seems like the play to go. And Rosales, he doesn't look tired out there at all.
Yeah, no, they're keeping their motivation going.
Yep. And they try to do a no huddle, and Marquez drops the snap.
See, that huddle is really, really their thing to do. I mean, that communication is really key for them right now.
No, you're absolutely right.
Especially in the fourth quarter.
The Trojans here trying to do a hurry-up offense, and that's just not going to work for them. I think they got to stick to their guns there. You're right, they've been really strong coming out of the huddle, calling their plays. Marquez is
really
back
great
under
communication, too.
Marquez back under center. Takes the snap again. Rosales, and he gets a couple of hits, but he's running hard. He is running hard, folks. Moving those legs, and it looks like he got enough for a first down. Yes, the markers are moving. Rosales got about 6 yards on that play, and that will take him out to the 29-yard line, the Vikings' 29-yard line, with 8:47 left on the game here. The Trojans are in business. First down and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, and just to brief you guys up, last quarter the Trojans did win the cheer-off. So, I mean, I don't know if you want to... Yeah, they did.
They pulled it out?
Yeah, they pulled it out. So I don't know if you want to predict the game due to that on Team
Star. That's 3-0. I thought North Salinas had something, but you heard it here
first. They lost it. They lost it. They didn't continue it. So
Emma calls it. The Trojans win, depending on the outcome, but they at least have 3 in the cheer-off here with 8:10 left. And the Trojans 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line after a quick run by Rosales. Here's another handoff to Rosales, and he's getting hit pretty hard there. He got about 2 or 3 yards there, but he didn't quite have the energy that he's had on a couple of those previous runs. So it looks like he might be getting a little gas there.
Yeah, it looks like someone might be injured right there on the field from the Vikings.
We have an injured Viking on the field. With 7:50 left here in the game. The Alisal Trojans are advancing on this drive here.
Yeah, it looks like everyone in the stadium right now on the field is taking a knee for the injured right now on the Vikings. For the Vikings.
Yeah, we got a huddle of probably coaches and probably medical personnel out there on the field attending to a down Viking. I can see a couple of the Vikings players there taking a knee. We are at 7:50 here in the fourth quarter. Marcos Cabrera for MCAET TV with my partner Emma Garcia.
How's it going, folks?
We are out here Friday Night Lights, doing it all the way live from Rabobank Stadium here in Salinas, California.
Yep, it's nice and cold, like the typical Salinas weather. Back to normal now.
Yes.
So got the winds going. It's partly cloudy, I'd say right now.
If Steinbeck were writing about this, he'd say it's really cold. I'm sure that's what he would have written about this night.
Back in the day when you read in high school?
Oh!
Or was it the Pearl that you read in middle school?
Did I read the Pearl in middle school? I can't remember when I read the Pearl.
See, it's too far back for you to even remember.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. My partner Emma, just taking every shot she can get.
It's just the new school versus old school here.
You know, but it's all love in the end. It's all love in the end.
That is right.
She's a Cowboy. I'm a Trojan, but
we know the Cowboys are better.
Okay. Marquez goes under center, gets ready for the snap. Hands it off again to Rosales, who is just going and going and going. He is an Energizer bunny tonight, and he refuses to get out of there. And so he gained another 4 yards there. So, but like you said earlier, Emma, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, it's working. Their huddling is doing good for them. So keep it going. Don't rush it. At the end of the day, that's really what's going to be key for them in winning this game is that communication. So.
Okay, and so I just got a text from my wife. We know the Cowboys are better. Laughter emoji, laughter emoji, laughter emoji. On a handoff, that's over to Segovia. Segovia is around the edge, and he takes it inside the 10, almost to the 5-yard line. On a pitch there from Marquez, and the Trojans are knocking on the door. They are looking to close this one out, folks, with 7 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock here in the game. The Trojans with a 15-14 lead. First and goal at the 7.
Yeah, I got to give compliments to both the teams, though. This is a real tug-of-war game for them right now.
Yeah,
I mean, the score 14 for Vikings and 15 for Trojans has been going for the second half of this game so far.
Absolutely.
So it's a tug-of-war game right now.
Marquez looks like he took the snap, and he may have dropped it there at the snap. So, but in any event, there is no gain there. And so that'll be 2nd and 7, 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line for the Trojans. What do you think? Another handoff to Rosales here, Emma?
I don't know. It just really depends on what they're feeling that's right now. So, yeah. I mean, communication is what's going to be key.
Marquez up, and there it is. Another handoff to Rosales, and he gets about 2 or 3 yards on that one. That'll get him inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line.
3-yard line.
To the 3-yard line, 3 to 4-yard line, depending on where they spot it. In any event, the Trojans are inside the 5-yard line here, 3rd and goal, and that is marked at the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line.
6 minutes remaining as well.
6 minutes remaining here in the game, and I think the Trojans are going to have to. This is 4-down territory here for them. Another handoff, and that was a keeper. That was a fake handoff to Rosales and the keeper for Marquez, but he gets only about a yard. So that'll be 4th and 2. 4th and goal at the 2-yard line with 5 minutes and 39 seconds left on the clock, and the Trojans are going to go for it. They are going to go for it on 4th and 2, Emma. This is exciting.
This is exciting. We're finally seeing some more action going on, not so much tug-of-war, so.
Here we go, and they hand it off to Rosales. The referees call it.
Let me get the penalty.
No penalty.
No? That's a first.
No penalty.
No banana slug going
call.
on?
It is short. It is short. The Vikings hold strong, just short on a handoff to Rosales, who had been such a sure thing all this half.
Yeah.
And 4th and 2, you definitely don't question the call there. I think the coaches had confidence in Rosales and their squad to pull that one off.
Yeah.
Just came up short. Just short there.
I mean, it happens. So.
It happens, absolutely.
It happens. So they just got to continue that teamwork, that communication, because that's honestly what's really going and what's going in their favor right now. So It looks like the Vikings are getting some strategy tips from seeing the Trojans huddling, and they just broke out of their huddle right now. So hopefully that helps benefits them too.
Aguilar gets under center for this. They're 1st and 10 at like the half-yard line, and they just go for a quarterback keeper, trying to just get out and get some room. That was just an instant dog pile there, as Emma pointed out.
Yeah, there was no time for me to even run really right there.
Absolutely, just ran into a wall.
They were ready. They were quick right there. So
they ran into a wall, and I don't think they even gained no gain on the play.
Yeah.
As the wind kicks in here, folks, let me just tell you, Emma is an absolute trooper here. She's coming out. This is her first time calling a game, right?
Yeah, it is.
And you're doing it in the cold. Doing a good job. Aguilar goes back to the shotgun now. 2nd and 10 at the 1. He falls back, and it's a pick.
Oh!
There's a pick. Number 20 for the Trojans gets the pick at midfield, right up the middle. That is number 20, Anthony Estrada, defensive back junior for the Trojans.
Yeah, I can put my headset on so I can hear the Trojans clearly screaming in excitement and full of school spirit right there. So
yeah, great response from the Trojan side, and they are again in business. Now they got to close. You can be in business all you want. You got to close the deal here.
Yeah,
the Trojans get it 1st and goal at the 7, and I think it's time again for we're probably going to see a little from Rosales here. Marquez under center, hands it off to Rosales. He's around the corner. He's going in. He's fumbling in. He's bumbling in.
Oh, and it was a touchdown, wasn't it?
Did they call it?
I think it is.
Rosales down just short of the touchdown at the 1. We were waiting for the call from the referees, folks. It looked close. Rosales brought it in close. It looked like he had gotten in, but maybe his knee was down there just short of the 1.
Man, these Trojans are really, really coming out for victory today. It's just astonishing how awesome how this game is going.
It is redemption after a heartbreaking loss last week in the final seconds of the game against defending CCS champion Soledad. Marquez under center. You got to think. Oh, no, it's a keeper. It's a keeper. Marquez holds on to the ball. But we're waiting for the signal. And it is a touchdown.
Going crazy right now.
Trojan touchdown. Marquez on the keeper.
14 Vikings and Trojans 21 going strong.
Trojans go up 21-14 there.
Yeah, and with 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go. So, I mean, they're doing great right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're closing out to the final stretch of this game, folks, in the Alisal. Alisal with a really commanding lead here now. You got to think after that really tough interception throw by Aguilar, and that is for the Trojans, number 27, Gabriel Rangel, back to kick the point after, and it is good.
Oh wow!
The Trojans will go up 8 points, 22-14, and the Vikings, if they want to have a chance at this game, all they can do on this drive is hope for a tie.
Yeah.
They'll have to score and get the 2-point conversion, so it's going to be a tough haul for these Vikings, who came into this game thinking
they were going to win it all.
Yeah, they had to be thinking that they were the favorite.
They're on cloud 9 coming in, and you know what, that 2 weeks, I don't know what happened within that 2 weeks, but it's not working for them.
You've been pointing to that consistently throughout the game, how that, just getting that early bye may have been an undoing for these Vikings here. They had a good win 2 weeks ago, coming out here against Alisal team that was just really licking its wounds. Had to have smelled some blood in the water, right?
Yeah, and especially being a new team,
with the Trojans trying to rebuild here in a rebuilding year here. You're right. So Trojans, 3:55 left here in the game, up 22-14. Alisal High School in the lead here at Rabobank Stadium. Friday Night Lights with MCAET TV. Marcos Cabrera here with Emma Garcia.
How's it going out there?
Yes, we are out here at just doing our thing and representing for MCAET TV. And the Alisal Trojans are going to kick off to the Vikings, and this, you got to think this is going to be quite possibly the Vikings' last stand here in this game. If they don't get something going here, it's going to be really tough. It's going
to be a sad game for them today.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough to envision them
and
being able to get a stop here. The Vikings get the ball at about the 15, and that is
he's dodging, he's going.
Number 21, Nick Medina, who has had a tremendous game with 2 long touchdowns, takes the ball out to about the 29-yard line. They'll mark it at what looks to be the 33-yard line. 3:47 left here in the game. Alisal trying to hold on to this victory, trying to get some redemption for their side of town, for their community, for their Trojan pride. And the Vikings here just kind of going to be, I got to imagine they're in desperation mode here.
Yeah, no, they are. And you can, they're sweating it right now, too. I mean, 14 to the Vikings 14 and the Trojans 22. I mean, they have a reputation for beating them, so.
Yep. Aguilar takes it in the shotgun and looked like he was trying to go for that screen again, but didn't have it there.
Yeah.
So it was a keeper, and he gets about 6 yards. So that'll be marked over at the 39-yard line. 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line with under 3 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the game. The Vikings have got to move quick here if they want to make something happen. Aguilar goes back in the shotgun, takes a snap, back in the pocket, and that is a pass to number 9, Richard Reyes, on a floater, like a really dangerous pass. What looked like a really dangerous pass there.
Yeah. Here's the banana slug out again. The banana slug, the great old banana slug that we love.
Did the banana slug, was it a UC Santa Cruz graduate, you think?
I don't know.
I think it would be smarter than that if it was. So.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the call from the Vikings, but it looks like it's going to be some sort of a penalty against the Trojans.
Yeah,
so that is going to be a gift on top of that long completion there.
Yeah.
So the Vikings will get the ball at the Trojans' 44-yard line with 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go here, and looks like we're going to have
the banana slug coming back.
The banana slug makes a return, and it looks like we are going to have some sort of
some delay.
Some sort of not a moving violation, but a false start. Offsides penalty for the Vikings. Oh, no, it's against Alisal.
Oh, wow.
I completely mussed that one. So Alisal, 2 big penalties here that are giving the Vikings some life here.
Yeah.
The Vikings are driving. They're now at the 39-yard line with 2 minutes and 54 seconds, and they got to be feeling it right now, Emma.
Yeah, I mean, if the Trojans are going to want to keep winning and stay at this score, they're going to have to, be sharp on this still all the way to the end. They can't get sloppy.
Yeah, absolutely. And is that another flag on the field after Nick Medina took a pitch around the left side and gained what appeared to be enough for a first down there?
Yeah. I feel like the Trojans are running out of energy here, trying to keep up with the Vikings.
Yeah, you definitely do get a sense that the Trojans have some sort of a lag going on here on defense, either not communicating with one another, not getting the quite the right energy going there, or just plain bad play calling, whatever it is. Something is evident here on the Trojan side, and they are right now on their heels, and they get a gift though. That banana slug is going to go to the Vikings there.
Yeah.
So that looks like it was a 15-yard personal foul penalty against the Vikings, and ooh, that is a backbreaker right there. That puts them back at the 50-yard line with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left here in the game. 1st and 16 for the Vikings at the 15-yard line. Aguilar back in the shotgun. Looks to pass. Drops back. Sees Medina. No.
He saw it drop.
He saw it looked like a crossing pattern, and it looked like Medina was going for it, but it actually went to number 8, Jeff Robles, and that was in his hands.
Yeah, and it just slipped out of his hands right there.
That was in his hands right there. Robles.
Yeah, that must be a hard moment for him right there.
Robles goes off the field after that one, missing a clear first down, potentially more. If he could have broken a tackle, that could have been a game breaker right there.
Yeah.
Second and about 16 with 2:38 left here in the game. Aguilar back in the shotgun. Looks and finds Reyes.
Oh, he's going. He's running. He's going.
Reyes is going. Looks to have the first down. That is about a 17, 18-yard completion from Aguilar to Reyes, and that will be a first down. The Vikings take possession at the 33-yard line with 2 minutes and 29 seconds on the clock, and the Vikings now got to be feeling it. They got to be feeling like they can get back.
No, they're feeling the heat. It might be cold, but they are surely feeling the heat down there.
Absolutely. Aguilar goes back into the shotgun, waits for the snap, looks over to his receivers, takes it, has the ball, has time.
Ooh,
and that gets batted down. The pass is batted down by number 64, the Alisal Trojans. That was patted down at the line of scrimmage, and Aguilar looked like he had a receiver. Looked like he had at least found his receiver. So,
yeah.
So that was another potential game-breaking play right there.
Yeah.
Batted down by the Trojans.
Yeah, at least the Trojans are getting quicker too, though. So.
And that was number 60, Alexis Lopez, with the bat down. Big number 60, big Alexis Lopez with the bat down for the Trojans as we get a timeout. Vikings with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left here in this ball game that's coming right down to the wire. The Trojans of Alisal High School 22, the Vikings of North Salinas High School 14. We are live from Rabobank Stadium, Friday Night Lights. Marcos Cabrera with Emma Garcia.
How's it going out there, folks?
And we have already determined that the Alisal fans have won. In fact,
yes, they have. Your Trojans have won.
I'm not trying to rub it in or anything.
Are you sure about that?
Well, maybe just a
little.
Bit,
you know, they won the School Spirit Award. They won the Viking and Trojan battle, School Spirit battle. So
yeah. So I expect we'll probably get some letters from the Vikings next week after this broadcast, probably disputing that. But hey, you know what? Facts are facts.
Hey, they gotta up their game up a skibit for their School Spirit.
But no, props to the Vikings and their fans. Props to the cheer squad. Props to their really great band. Looking sharp in those powder blues.
Yeah, they are.
The Aguilar leads his team back onto the field, gets into shotgun formation, waits. Actually, I thought he was waiting for a sign from his coach, but it looks like he's waiting for something from the ref. Ref's patting himself down like he lost his keys or something. Maybe he
banana
lost his banana slug. Not quite sure. The whistle. The ref looking for the whistle. Whistle it back into play. Aguilar back. Steps into the pocket, throws, finds Reyes.
Oh, finds Reyes. Wow.
Number 9 scores. A 32-yard touchdown pass. Aguilar unable to complete a long pass attempt on the sidelines all game, finally connects with number 9, Richard Reyes.
The student section over here is going crazy too. First time I've heard them very lively. So right now the game is Vikings are at 20 and Trojans are at 22. So if the Trojans are going to want to stick with this, they're going to have to fight hard. And with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go on the clock, they're going to have to fight hard this game.
Yeah.
To win it.
The Vikings are going to go for the 2-point conversion. The ball will be marked down at the 3-yard line, and the Vikings got to be feeling some really tremendous momentum right here in motion.
Again with this tug-of-war game.
Aguilar steps back, looking for a receiver.
Trojans are going Vikings are going crazy right now.
Back of the end zone on a 2-point conversion.
Vikings are going crazy right now.
Leaping about 4 feet in the air, reminiscent of Dwight Clark in the NFC Championship game against the Cowboys for the catch. And Medina's out there pumping himself up on the sidelines with his helmet off. He's feeling it right now. He's had a tremendous game. 2 touchdowns and a game-tying 2-point conversion with 2:05 here left in the game. 22-22, Emma.
Vikings are going crazy right now. I think this is the loudest I've heard them so far, so maybe they actually won the fourth quarter.
Maybe we give them the fourth quarter. I think we just go ahead and give them the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no, they're loud and proud right now. They're going crazy.
Definitely. And well-deserved, well-earned, too. Coming into this drive, the Vikings offense just didn't appear to have any energy, and Alisal looked like they were rolling, but something happened with that Alisal defense, either unable to get any momentum, unable to get on the same page communication-wise, whatever it was. We just saw a really stunning turn of events here as the Vikings take control of the momentum of this game with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left here at Rabobank Stadium. And the kickoff will come out. The Trojans they have to make quick work, and it's going to be tough for them because they've stuck with the ground game all day, all night. They've been running the ball all night, so I don't know how that offense is going to really get cranking as they do a little split kick here, and that's number 25 for the Vikings getting the kick there. Number 25, Andres Garcia, takes the ball up to about the Trojan 40.
So 2 minutes left on the clock, too.
2 minutes left on the clock. We're at the, there's no 2-minute warning in high school, but we're at the 2-minute marker here.
The return is taken out
in the game. 2 minutes and 1 second officially left on the clock as the Trojans prepare to drive and try and get, hopefully at least within field goal range for their squad.
Yeah, this tug-of-war game it's going. And
Marquez with the quarterback keeper goes around the left side, finds some room, and he is able to take the ball about 5 yards up to the 45-yard line. Whereas the clock ticks down, 1:45 left on the clock, left in the game here. The Trojans are going to have to move fast.
And quick.
Marquez under center, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking for the option there. And he keeps it, and he doesn't get a whole lot. Marquez takes the ball about 4 yards. Actually gets a lot more than I thought he did. They gave him a pretty good spot as well, so that is 3rd and 1 at the 49-yard line as the second tick away. 1:17 left in the game. Marquez bringing his team out of the huddle fast. Under center, takes the snap, hands it off to Rosales, and Rosales gets a nice gain of about 5 yards over the left side there, Emma, and the Trojans running wild here.
Yeah, they are surely scrambling to get this extra point coming for them.
Absolutely. Trying to get some momentum here, and it's working.
Yeah, not have it slip like last week. So
Marquez gives the ball up to Rosales, and Rosales has a lot of room. He gets over to the right-hand side and gets it inside to the 30-yard line. And that is a good point, Emma. A week after suffering a tremendous loss in the final seconds, you got to think that Alisal's got to find an extra gear, be extra fired up. They do not want to lose this one.
Yeah, they don't. And they could go settle for a tie, but I'm sure they sure do want the win to redeem themselves from last week.
They don't want to have to end regulation in a tie. That is definitely the case. 54 seconds left with the Trojans in their run game. with only 2 minutes left, they have managed to move the ball about 40 yards and get into Vikings territory. The ball at the 30-yard line. First and 10 at the 30-yard line with 54 seconds left here in the game at Rabobank Stadium. North Salinas 22, Alisal 22. I'm Marcos Cabrera with MCAET TV and my partner Emma Garcia.
How's it going out there, folks?
That's right. All right. Marquez under center, ready for the snap. And he hands it off again to Rosales, and Rosales gets his tough yards.
Powers it over the right side.
Going over the right side, as the announcer aptly says, he powers it over about 4 yards. He gets about 4 yards. That'll put the ball at the what looks about the 27-yard line.
Yeah.
With 43 seconds left, as the Trojans call another timeout, and the Trojans do have 2 timeouts left, it looks like, according to the scoreboard. So they do, in a sense, they do have some time here, Emma.
They do, but they need to be on the ball though and get it quick and going, because I mean, with only 43 seconds left on the clock, and that's not very much time for them.
And Emma, I'm going to show my age here. I got to step up. I got to stand up.
Of course.
I got to stand up.
The old schooler can't handle it.
Yeah, you know what? I know you're gonna go home and you're gonna do all kinds of yoga stretches, and you're gonna just be so sore tomorrow. And you're gonna be like, it was so worth it just to show up the old man.
No, us new schoolers we don't always need to do yoga. I'm sure you have to do yoga, to last a couple hours, like a couple 30 minutes out here.
Yeah, I got to limber up pretty good out here in this cold. Trojans get back on, and Vikings get back on the field. Marquez under center, waiting for the snap, and we have a jump. Vikings jumped. They're pointing at the Alisal side, saying that the Trojans jumped, waiting for a call from the referees, and it does look like it will be offsides for the Trojans. And that'll be a 5-yard banana slug for the Trojans.
Oh, the banana slug. We love the banana slug.
Oh, how we missed thee.
Yeah, we missed it.
And that will bring the Trojans out to about the 26-yard line now, the 27-yard line. 2nd and 7 with 43 seconds left. Marquez with the snap. And it's a keeper. Marquez.
Oh, he's good. Oh.
And he gets the ball inside the 5-yard line.
Oh, my gosh.
Just short of the touchdown. On the option. Kept the ball on the option.
Yeah, they came out fierce.
Wow. And Alisal determined to get some redemption this week after suffering such a tremendous loss last week. Determined with 35 seconds left on the clock. Much similar to how the turn of events last week when Soledad had got the game-winning score with 30-plus seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
And it looks like we have a timeout. Vikings. And wow, Marquez with the keeper on the option play found daylight around the right edge, and we were talking about this coming into this drive, Emma, that it was going to be hard for the Trojans maybe to establish the run game because with only 2 minutes left on the clock, you're going to try to run the ball. It usually takes up some time, but they wasted no time there.
Yeah, they were pretty sharp on it, and they were quick. So I mean they're doing really well, especially with having 2 injured players. Yeah, 2
injured players and potentially 3. I know running back Thomas Martinez, who was such a big factor in the first half, no-show here in the second half. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to get a report on that. We're assuming it's some sort of an injury that's kept him out of this game. But nonetheless, quarterback Nick Marquez and running back Francisco Rosales have definitely picked up the load here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And that run by Marquez, even though it wasn't a touchdown and he scored earlier, that run by Marquez may have been the most impressive play of the game.
Yeah.
Just given the circumstances. 35.6 left here in the game. The Trojans knocking on the door.
Going crazy.
Alisal squad, Alisal side is going crazy.
Yeah, you can hear them stomping over here.
Marquez under center. Where's it going to go? It's a handoff.
Looks like the Vikings are trying to challenge them too. And
waiting for the... And it's a touchdown!
Oh!
It's a touchdown!
Yeah, Trojans are going crazy over there.
referees indicating that it was a touchdown. Couldn't get a read on who the handoff was to. But the referees have called. Now they're huddling up. 30.4 seconds left on the clock now. The clock has stopped.
Yeah, with a score of Vikings 22 and Trojans 28.
Currently on the scoreboard, the Trojans
they're dominating
have the lead
right now.
on the scoreboard. Penalty flag is removed.
But the real question will be, will they be able to keep that up for the next 30 seconds?
Flag was waved off, and that is a touchdown. It is officially a touchdown, folks. The Trojans have come back after the Vikings tied the game with 2 minutes left on the clock. The Trojans, in a minute and a half, march with nothing but running plays. 60 yards.
Yeah, they're wanting that W.
60-plus yards on nothing but running plays for the Trojans, and they score the game, the go-ahead touchdown with 30.4 seconds left in the game to go up. And here comes the point after. The kick is up.
Looks like
it is good. And the Trojans take the 29-22 lead. With 30 seconds left here in the game. Wow, what a tremendous finish here.
Yeah, and from going from about losing to the Vikings to tying to winning.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
So being in the lead right now with 30 seconds left to go. So they're doing great right now. We thought that they were losing momentum right there, but obviously it's clear that they didn't. That they have just as much momentum as they did earlier in the game. So.
And this is such a complete shift from last week, and the Trojans were up 17 points, only to fall to the defending CCS Division IV champion Soledad Aztecs, 24-17, with a late game, a touchdown with 30-plus seconds left on the clock. Now the Trojans come here into their hometown at least, and against a crosstown rival, score their own go-ahead touchdown with 30 seconds on the clock. You got to think that if this lead can hold up, they can pull this one off. I mean, that locker room is just going to be...
It's going to be crazy. I mean, you can hear the cheerleaders coming across right here. I mean, you can only imagine what the locker room is going to be like right here.
Tremendous redemption if they can hold on to this lead. Big if, because you got to think that the Vikings are going to be trying to pull off a miracle of their own here.
Yeah, and it looks like the cheerleaders are coming down onto the field. It looks like they're ready for that victory.
The Trojans, questionably, I don't know if that was a squib attempt or if it was an onside kick attempt, but whatever that was, the Trojans are giving up huge field position to the Vikings. The Vikings are looking like they're going to get the ball at the 50-yard line.
Oh, wow.
Close to the no. Where are they marking that at? Initially, I thought the ball went out near the 50-yard line, but in fact, it is closer to the 40-yard line. So that'll be at the 38-yard line is where the referees are going to spot the ball. And we got to think Aguilar already finally made his long bomb connection last possession with Reyes. So we got to think something on the sidelines and something long here. They're going to have at least 4 shots. They should be able to pull off 4 shots here. Aguilar goes back, and it is picked off. An interception
by the
Trojans.
Oh, they're doing great.
Looks like they may have closed this one out. Francisco Yanez.
Oh, yeah, they're going crazy on the field right there.
Defensive lineman for the Trojans.
Yeah, it looks like the Vikings are realizing the possible reality right there, looking a little disappointed right there, a little sad.
And that came so quickly. Aguilar stepped back into the pocket. Look over to his right, to his receiver, and Yanez was right there in the passing lane. Got a really easy pick there, and I believe that is the second pick of the game, second crucial pick of the game for Aguilar. And it couldn't have come at a worse time as the Trojans get into victory formation. Marquez takes the snap, takes a knee, and the clock winds down. Vikings out of timeout. The Trojans up 29-22.
Looks like they're running the timeout too right now.
They're running the clock out there. And wow, what a tremendous game.
That was a great game.
This is for your first game.
Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's the game, folks.
That's the game, folks.
Vikings at 22, and Trojans going at 29. So it was a tug-of-war game all the way through, and them coming out on the fourth quarter right there, they were tremendous.
Absolutely. With 2 minutes and 1 second left on the clock, Alisal stuck with their running game, stuck with what had gotten them here, and pulled it off, able to score a touchdown in a minute and 30 seconds. Even after kind of a messed up kick there, that gave the Vikings really good field position. Francisco Yanez with the game-sealing interception, and the Trojans, after we keep saying it all game.
Yeah, they came off of a bad game last week, going against Soledad and literally losing that game through their fingertips. I mean, it was there and then it was gone. And to redeem themselves like this, I mean, especially through a big rivalry like them, I mean, I don't know what other way is best to redeem yourself from that.
The ultimate redemption a week later.
Yeah.
And so this has been a great working with you, Emma.
Great working with you too.
Absolutely. Got any last things, any shout outs you want to say?
I'm going to give a big shout out to everyone at MK. Thank you so much. I want to give a big shout out to my advisor over at Salinas High who helped guide me here, Mr. Nichols. And I want to thank my parents, my mom, my dad, and my little brother, Jacob.
Yep.
And I want to thank you too, Marco, for helping me out here on my first game. So thank you so much, and everyone else in the truck too for being so awesome and guiding us. So.
Yeah, absolutely. We didn't even do that all game, but shout out to everyone in the truck down there, doing a tremendous job. Shout out to all of our cameramen out here on the field.
Yeah.
Hamish, if you're watching this at home, we pulled this one off.
Thank you, Hamish.
Yeah, so go ahead and chill out tonight, and we'll see you next week, everyone. We will be live from King City for Stevenson versus King City.
Dude, that'll be a good game.
We are signing off. I'm Marcos Cabrera.
And I'm Emma Garcia.
All right.
See you guys later, Cal.
Peace.